Okay. I forgot my microphone. What's up, YouTube? Ew. How are you doing, YouTube? What's up? Okay, let's go. Yo, I forgot my microphone, man. So, yeah, now you can hear me, right? We good? No? Yes? No? Test. We're good. Okay. Okay. Jeez. Chat. What am I without you? What am I without you? There you go. Letting me know it actually works. Very, very nice. Okay, yeah, so I had my microphone disconnected, cleaned the whole office and everything, put the mic in the closet, and clicked the live button, which was 5 minutes something. And in those 5 minutes, somehow, I didn't think about actually connecting my microphone until the final 10 seconds, which is usually when I grab my microphone, which is next to my laptop here, and pull it to the front. And there was nothing to grab. So I was like, shit. Yeah. And then the timer runs out. So yeah, I gotta open the webcam, and here I am standing with my not connected microphone. But yo, here we are. What's up, everyone? Ew, what a beginning of the live stream, yo. Oh boy. How are you doing? How are you doing? Today is a beautiful Friday. Formula One this weekend, by the way, for the Formula One fans, right? In Italy, Ferrari bringing upgrades. I'm curious to see what's going to happen there. But it is the final work day of the week. Not the final day of the week, but it is usually the final day for potential volatility, as generally the weekends are ranging structures and it tends to be more sideways, less impulsive, and it's almost weekend. So once Saturday actually hits and all the markets are closed, generally we go to the right side, but not very much up and down. So yeah, that being said, what's up, everyone? Nowadays, there's so many people so early on in the live. Though Tav, Valerio, Aquafasami, how you doing? How is a green summer even possible? We'll see, don't we? Hodl Crypto, what's up? 1 drop, 2 drop, 5 drop. I don't know how many drops you already had on the live stream, but quite a lot actually. I think we're in a triangle. There is a potential, of course. We hit the 886, but this move to the upside, I don't know, it still looks corrective, you know. So we might be in this range for 2 days. But we did hit the 886, so probabilities are higher to sooner or later take the high. Bearish CVD divergences, they might be playing out now actually if we lose the point of control here as well. And WXY triangle, like up until a wave D of a triangle, a WXY for me generally has a higher probability until wave D is in of a triangle. But what's up, John? Adam, how you doing? Daniel Beuzekom, nice picture, always love that one. Aquafasami, thanks everyone for letting me know. Rob, Hiop, what's up? Buggers and Glitches, how you doing? Scrolling down. Legendario, welcome as well. Patrick, Crypto Aman, Obelix. Kun, I think I've never seen green months in crypto trading. I never track the months, to be honest. So I actually wouldn't know. I would need to check that myself, actually. Legendario, Adam. My dog is watching too. What's up, dog? How are you doing? Ran Buffin, good morning. Tim, what's up? Why you want to know? Fellow Formula One fan? Yeah. Mike D, what's up? Oksana, welcome. Erik Dorian Laflamme. Show that name. Huh? Why is the crypto market constantly in the red every Tuesday and Wednesday? I don't know, but if you track statistics about it and actually get on paper how many like what's the percentage of red versus green days on a Tuesday and Wednesday, you might be able to trade it. Yeah, you can use it in your trading plan. 008Z, how are you doing? MT, what's up? Bina, Dasek, Jelek, Jose. Woo! Okay, we're there. So what we're going to do in this live stream is, of course, analyze the chart. I don't want to zoom out too much. I mean, I don't want to cover the weekly. We did that like yesterday, right? So I'm more interested in the more local time frames, especially the 4 hour, and then what's happening here on the 1 hour, 15-minute time frame. Currently, I'm on the 15-minute time frame here. So that is the time frame that we're gonna use and observe today. All right, so gonna start on the 4 hour and then move it down to what we're gonna keep an eye on today, right? So that's what's gonna happen. Mark, how you doing? Mark Dutch, the first person to receive the giveaway present. One drop, dropping another one. Welcome to Bronze Man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the team. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it, man. Very kind of you. One drop. I think this is like your 6th or 7th drop or something. Loading this UPS truck sucks. One day, crazy potato. Trading is gonna be your income, no? You can say bye-bye. Kevin, how you doing? What's up? Mark makes note that sheep will cash out in the summer months rather than during the winter months. Yeah, potentially. Summer holidays, you know. Dairy Max Crypto, dump it, potentially. Koens, I have a short from 50k. Do you think I have to close it before liquidation? Ooh, there we go again. Depends on your plan and your strat. The problem is that you didn't have a plan when you actually entered, because in a plan should always be a stop loss or at least an invalidation level, which I suppose has already been hit due to the question asked. So it's a annoying scenario to be in. But at the moment, probabilities are higher locally to still look for higher. What is going to happen on a daily time frame, we don't yet know. That depends on the move to the upside. So, of course, we can, potentially with the weekend coming up, we can look for a potential range here for a few days. But yeah, it's difficult to say. There's one scenario where price can go down to 50, yes. The problem is it can also continue to 80. And that is where your plan comes in and your invalidation, right? It's all probabilities in the end. So have a plan, have a strategy, stick to your plan and strategy. And if you don't have a plan or strategy, make a plan or a strategy. Because this, of course, is very painful. I know all about it. And sometimes you have to take the L, learn the lesson, and never do it again, right? Next time, always have an invalidation. Have a hard stop loss preferably. And just take the loss. Know how much you're going to lose with each trade and take it. I will leave the 6 steps, everyone, for a little bit later. Mudavada, how are you doing? I was joking, lol. Ramjack, just bounced off the triangle and the VWAP. Okay, the VWAP in this range, of course, is on. Yeah, but it's good. It's good that you build statistics. You know, the statistics will provide you with insights. 107 views. People know where the button is, if they want to. Jay-Z, how you doing? Okay, bull div on the CVD. Yeah, well, we have some bear divergences as well. I'm actually not sure. Do we have bullish? On the 15-minute, we have bearish CVD divergences and no bullish CVD divergences though. So price now moving down, CVD is moving down as well, but there's no bullish CVD divergences locally. There is a bullish CVD divergence here, by the way, higher low in price, lower low on yellow, something to at least keep in mind. I personally prefer to keep an eye on CVD divs on the right side, but then we saw bullish CVD here as well overnight for me, Central European time. Which was very interesting for a potential long in case you didn't hit a long at the daily naked point of control, which, guys, we spoke so often the past couple of days about the daily naked point of control, and it's been very nicely respected. But at the moment, locally here, there's no bullish CVD, but these already played out, and you still have this one. I do prefer to keep an eye on what's happening on the right side, though. So yeah. Okay, bear divs, yes. Even old dogs can learn, absolutely. Are you bullish on the high time frame? Weekly time frame, yes. Daily, we'll have to wait and see what price does once it hits 68 to 72k. So because we might come down once more. That being said, let me actually do the daily as well, because I might get more questions about it. Tortuga, welcome. Okay, let's start, shall we? Let's start. Let me open all the right stuff on my second screen. Okay. Go to the daily time frame. So we're going to start with the daily time frame, and we're going to zoom in to the lower time frames. I have an alarm here above the highs. I have another alarm here, which I'm going to move to the the bottom of the range, and let's go to the daily. Because what's happening now on the 4-hour time frame is actually very important for the probabilities on the daily, which at the moment are quite neutral. We can remove this. Let me add the daily stuff. I'm not a coder though, so I actually didn't code it myself, gotta say. But hey, it works for me, so everyone can use CVD the way they want to. But the CVD lines, I'm already using these for over 1.5-2 years. So yeah, I know how they work, and they work very nicely. So I don't know the exact code and how everything there works, but it works, which is most important. I guess that's a way to go through life. I sit in an airplane. I might not know all the details of how the airplane works, but hey, if it brings me from A to B, I'm happy to jump in an airplane, you know. I know how it lifts. That's something. You know? I don't know all the technicals behind an airplane. Okay, so I actually want to talk a little bit more about this. By the way, Stefano, Hira, good to have you here. Welcome. I will answer all your questions after the analysis, right? But I'm gonna add something new to the daily time frame here. Okay, we are how far in? Almost 20 minutes. Let's start at 20 minutes. So we have 1 more minute for some quick questions. Alan, how are you doing? Nice Ferrari. Yeah, I hope that Red Bull, like, look, Max is Dutch. Okay, I'm Dutch, but I'm actually not like a Max fan. I'm a Formula One fan. I like close racing. I like battles for the lead. I love McLaren winning, Ferrari winning, whatever. But if like the Lewis domination period, boring as shit, right? Max domination, boring. I prefer to follow the mid pack. You know, is Haas gonna score a point? Right? What's happening there? Because Stroll always fucks up, so there's always a top 10 spot, you know. Anyway, despite your experience, do you trade using patterns? Like, no, I don't trade patterns. Only Elliott Waves and a self-developed strategy. What's up, Coffeeholic? Imagine longing 66k if it's part of your plan. Okay, let's go. Starting the analysis on the daily time frame. This is your bearish but eventually bullish scenario, right? Your most bullish scenario is continuation to the upside. I will cover that in a bit more detail in a second. Your bearish but eventually bullish scenario is that you're looking for a bigger 3-wave structure to the downside, looking for C or Y, after which we expect continuation to the upside. Let's start with the ABC. A has to be a 5-wave structure, which then in this scenario is a diagonal structure in your wave A, 3-wave move in B, and a 5-wave move down in a wave C, moving below the low of wave A. Right, moving towards that 50k, 51.8k is great support as well, by the way. So you would expect to move towards the downside. The common target area for your wave B, taken from the high to the low of A, is between the golden pocket and the 886, right? 67.2, 71.9k. Wave B has to be a 3-wave corrective structure, and based on a local price action, preferably that is a zigzag 535 to the upside. However, Preferably this wave B is going to end on top or after the 382 fib time taken from the start to the end of this wave A to compare A with B. It is very uncommon for waves to be shorter in relationship to the previous wave, shorter than the 382. Right? It's by far most common that a wave at least ends on top or after the 382, which is not yet the case if we're looking for this wave B. Now the 382 is on the 19th of May, so that's in 2 days, right, on Sunday. Which therefore means if more locally we're going to create a bit of a horizontal range, the weekend is coming up and the weekend is notorious for its sideways ranges, we might actually potentially make a move to the upside early next week and then start to move down from there in this particular scenario. Okay. The other scenario, which will lead to similar price action, is the WXY. And just for the sake of completion, I want to explain this one to you as well. Here we have a W regular flat. So it's a 3-wave A, a 3-wave B, and a 5-wave C. Now we are counting this as an impulse down, ending W, looking for an expanding flat ABC in X, which means we're looking for a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side note, right? That wave C here can be a 5-wave structure as long as then wave 4 is not overlapping with your wave 1. We don't want to see that. So we want price to move up, create a range, move up once more, complete and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't want this wave 4, this bigger range, to overlap with wave 1. Because then we have to think about diagonals, but an ending diagonal in a wave C, A, B, C, has to consist of zigzags, which is not the case at the moment here locally. So in the expanding flat ABC, in X, we're looking for wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move down in a wave Y. Wave Y is then either a zigzag, most common, a flat, or a triangle, which is the least common structure. All right. So the target area is similar, right? Actually, like, if you want to be completely accurate, it's a little bit different, right? It's 68.4 to 72.2K, but it's pretty much similar. So the target area is very similar for B or X. It's just that the structure to the upside is a little bit different. In a wave B, A, B, C, you want to see a move down. In a wave X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a move towards the downside. We continue to observe, right? The most bullish scenario is continuation to the upside. Low is in, 1, 2, and up we go. You want to see the all-time high taken in this scenario, which is the invalidation of these scenarios here, right? So we are then looking for continuation to the upside, where locally, preferably, you have a 1, 2 that is finished. And you are currently creating another 1, 2, and look for continuation to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correction. Invalidation moves to the high of this wave 2 in that case. And continuation. Right? That's what we're going to be looking for. And I'll share a bit more details about what you have to pay attention to, because there's one specific fib level that is very important for the probabilities of a double 1-2, and that is the 1-to-1 at 69.1K. If price, and I'll show this in more detail, if price moves up to 69.1K, right, before retracing, probabilities go down for a double 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 continuation, and the probabilities will go up for corrective structure. Something to keep in mind. Okay, 4-hour time frame. Keeping an eye on what's happening locally. On the 4-hour, your bullish but also bearish scenario at the same time is that you're looking for an impulse to the upside in either a wave C or a wave 3. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Now with regards to this wave 3, okay, let me change a few things here because I want to make it more clear for you. I'm going to separate these scenarios. Okay, so I'm going to separate it just to make sure that I can explain this in the clearest way possible. So we then have our 1, we have our 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Very quick bit of analysis, and then we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go, there we go. Put this in a folder because we like to be organized. This is typo. Cool. Let's put the one-to-one on my chart. I actually just spoke about it. Important. Make it look good. Drag everything to the right. Okay. So what you're looking for here, continuation. Huh? And plop, there you go. Okay, beautiful. So let me move this down. And let's first talk about the bearish scenario, and then we'll get to the bullish one. So in the bearish scenario, we're counting a wave A, B, C to the upside. Keep in mind, this ABC is then part of the bigger green B on the daily time frame, after which we expect price to move down in a wave C below the lows of 56K, right? That is what you're looking at right now. Common target area for your wave C is the 1 to the 1.236 trend-based wave extension from the low to the high of A to the low of B. 69.1K to 71.3K. Nicely in confluence with some of the resistance that we have above. The blue boxes that you hear me talk about quite often, 68.2, 69.2, and then we have 77 to 72K, right? After C, we expect a move to the downside. In the bullish scenario, preferably you are not hitting that one-to-one extension at 69.1K. Because what you're looking for here in the bullish scenario, where this is your low and we expect price to continue to the upside, continue the bigger trend on a weekly time frame, is a wave 1, 2, another 1, 2, continuation to the upside. The reason you're going to be looking for a double 1, 2 is because so far this structure to the upside is very short for a wave 3 in a 1, 2, and then a extended 3, 4, 5. The extension for your wave 3 is the 1.618, which is all the way at 74K. I mean, this is your 1, 2. We're now looking for a 3, 4. So your 5 has to be extended all the way, but an extended 5 is rare. Right? By far most common is that your wave 3 is the extended structure. So therefore, the probabilities go down for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the probabilities go up for the double 1, 2 scenario here. However, because your white 1, 2 is a lower degree Elliott wave count compared to the blue count, because in blue you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the blue wave 3 you have white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means white is a lower degree compared to blue. Preferably your 1 and 2 are shorter in price and time compared to your first 1 and 2. Why? Because they're a lower degree. Now, time-wise, that's a bit of a thing. Time-wise, this wave 1 is already longer. If you take a fib time from the low to the high of the blue wave 1 to the low of the blue wave 2, and you toggle on the 1-to-1, we've already passed the 1-to-1. So your lower degree wave 1 is already longer in time than your higher degree wave 1, which already negatively impacts the probabilities of a double 1, 2. It's not an invalidation, right? It's all probabilities. However, if price moves towards the upside, finishing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure, and also hits the 1-to-1 at 69.1K, again, probabilities go down. We trade probabilities, right? So we just have to realize, when do they go up, when do they go down? That would be another reason for probabilities to move towards the downside. Increasing probabilities for 3 wave structures to the upside, right? A, B, C, and then a move down. Or remember, the flattened wave X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, X finished, and then a move to the downside. So that is something we have to keep in mind, right? I don't yet want to talk about a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 being a wave 1 and then a bigger wave 2 and then continuation up in 3, because it will take many more days before we have to think about this, right? It's too early. It's all probabilities, and at the moment we're based on the current information. This is what we have and what we're looking for. So preferably you move towards the upside. You can take the triple top at 67.2k, a bit of liquidity here, but you don't want to move up to 69.1k. 3-wave corrective structure in 2. Invalidation is the low here at 60.1k, and up you go, right? That's then what you're going to be looking for. We're going to be talking about probabilities at the end as well to summarize everything, by the way. Now, with regards to the impulse locally and higher, so in the bearish scenario, this is important. Wait, let me show this. It's a little bit of a summary. For a wave C, you want to hit the 1-to-1 at 69.1k before a bigger retracement. This is the bearish scenario. In a more bullish scenario, you do not want to hit that 1-to-1, preferably before a retracement. It's all probabilities. Okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, the impulsive structure to the upside here is then your 1, 2, 3 looking for 4 and eventually a 5 towards the upside. Common target for your 4 is the 2, 3, 6 to the 05, taken from the low of 2 to the high of 3. 65.3k, 63.8k, invalidation, the high of 1. Because a wave 4 is not allowed to overlap with wave 1 price action in an impulse. What you see on the chart is also a vertical line. That's the 1-to-1 fib time taken from the start to the end of 2 to the end of 3. Meaning I am comparing wave 2 in time with 4 in time. And what you're seeing is that this low here has been made before the 1-to-1 fib time. Now, most commonly, general Elliott Wave guideline, most commonly wave 4 is longer in time than wave 2. Wave 2 most commonly is a simple, deep and short structure. Wave 4, rule of alternation, most commonly is complex, shallow and long. But this low is made before the 1-to-1. Most commonly a wave 4 is longer, meaning usually it would end after the 1-to-1, which decreases the probabilities for this low to be the end of your wave 4, increasing the probabilities to continue this range a little bit longer. It's not an invalidation. A wave 4 can be short. It looks like a nice flat structure to the downside here, right? But it's all probabilities where we have the potential, as explained in the morning update, for a W, an X, and then a wave Y, after which we then look for continuation to the upside in a wave 5. And then we end the corrective structure after the 1-to-1. That does not mean, by the way, you need to make a new low. Especially in a WXY structure, your wave Y doesn't have to take the low of W. W flat, X, any corrective structure, usually zigzag related. Wave Y can be a flat, a zigzag, or a triangle. Right? But in none of these cases does it need to take this low, even though your target area is a bit wider than the low here, right, all the way to the 05. Now, after this range, we expect price to then move towards the upside. Important, the probabilities for price to move towards the upside are higher compared to hitting the invalidation, because price has touched the 886, even if you take it from the high over here, right? Price touched the 886, as you can see, taken from the high to the low or the beginning to the end of a potential flat here. We hit the 886. Now, the 886 increases the probabilities that any move to the downside is a wave C or Y. Reason is that the 886 is a very rare target for a wave 2, common for a wave B or a wave X, increasing the probabilities a potential move down is a C or Y, increasing the probabilities that sooner or later you want to see price move towards the upside and take out the top. So that is currently the highest probability scenario, meaning it would work well with a potential wave 4 where you're ranging and eventually move up for your wave 5, taking out the highs. And potentially also the triple top at 67.2k, by the way. And then the next area of resistance above that is 68.2, 69.2. With the most important level, by the way, being the weekly naked point of control at 69.1k. Very nice. Let me check. Did we hit the golden pocket already? Yes. This is something you see very often, and today is again such a day. Wait, I want to show this to everyone. Hello. Yeah, whatever. So here we have an 886 touch, right? Moving down to the golden pocket. This is something that you actually see quite often. That price hits an 886, moves to the golden pocket, a bit of a make and break level. It can also move to the 05 and then still bounce. But the golden pocket is a common area to then either continue or fall and continue the range for a little bit longer. We're currently at the golden pocket over here. There's no CVD divergences. Continue to be patient here, but it's nice. Hit the 886, move to the golden pocket. it's again such a day. So 886 to the 618 again, exactly, mother. That is true, yeah. Why? No one knows, but it is something that we see quite often. Okay, moving out to the 4-hour time frame. This is your bearish, but eventually bullish scenario. At the moment, lower probability because you also touch the 886 here, so probabilities are high to first still take the high at least one more time for then a potential move down. But it's something we keep in mind. AO1 finished, looking for a bigger wave B or 2 and then continuation to the upside. Common target 2. Golden pocket 786 from the low to the high, 60k, 58.4k, 886 is also common for wave B, and then you look for price to continue in a wave C or a wave 3. Preferably, you're not going down here after the 4-fib time, sitting on 26th of May, 10 a.m. Central European time. Inside B or 2, we are then looking for an expanding flat in a 3-wave A, 3-wave B, 5-wave C to the downside, where the probabilities go down for this to be a 3-wave structure because of the size of this range, still expecting one more high because of the 886 touch as well, where it counts better to count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a wave 5. If we count this as a 3-wave structure, we need to count it as a wave A, B and a wave C, which is what you see over here. And wave C has to be a 5-wave structure. So we need to count 1, 2, and then if we do take the high still one more time, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? So this wave C preferably goes here, hitting the common target area of wave B, which is actually nice because, as explained in the morning update as well, we just missed out on hitting the common target area for your wave B by a few dollars. The 1.236 to the 1.38. Taken from the high to the low of your blue wave A. So preferably we hit it, right? The 1.618 is hit. It's a trend-based sub-extension from the low to the high of A to the low of B, which is a target for a wave C. It's no problem moving up one more time, but you definitely then want to see that. So it currently isn't the highest probability scenario though, but it's a good to know scenario. Okay, we can remove that one. That's not relevant. CVD divergences. Bless you. We have bullish CVD divergences here, right? Target is the high. We had some more bullish CVD divergences here, which is what I prefer because this CVD divergence here is one pivot on the left and one on the right of the recent high. I don't really like that. I prefer to then look for bullish CVD divergences on the right side of the recent high, which is what we got over here, right? And these already played out. Currently here, there's no bullish CVD divergences. Instead, there's actually some bearish ones. So, yeah. So when we then go over the probabilities of the different scenarios, then on the daily time frame, the probabilities are neutral, which is of course very boring, but it depends on the 4-hour time frame, right? So either looking for a bigger 3-wave structure, or in the bullish scenario, we're looking for a double 1-2. But it depends on how high the move to the upside goes here. So if we then go to the 4-hour time frame, probabilities locally are higher for price to sooner or later still take the high. If we do and reach the 1-to-1 here before rejection to the downside, the probabilities go up for an ABC. If price takes the high without touching the 1-to-1 and retraces, the probabilities go up for a double 1-2, which then also impacts the probabilities on the daily time frame, right? Now on the 1 hour time frame here, probabilities are higher. We're looking for a 4 and a continuation to the upside in a wave 5 at the moment. Right, so a continuation of the trend. And as explained, we also hit the 886, taken from the high to the low. Come on. So that just increases probabilities that even if you continue the range and move to the downside, probabilities higher, any move down is a C or Y, increasing probabilities to later still go up and take the high. And then we'll take it from there, no? So yeah. Imported for YouTube. YouTube, this is 0.0. No alcohol. You never know. So yeah, that's it, everyone. That's it. Let me check the time. We are at 43 now. We started at what, minute 20? I don't know exactly when we started the analysis. I think it was around 20 minutes in, no? I think so. I'm gonna double check nonetheless, but timestamps. Okay, so one of the final questions I answered before we started, it was here, 3:43. It is now 16:08. So it's like 24-25 minutes ago, which is indeed around minute 19/20 when the analysis started. So okay, we're good. Okay, the voice of Pi. Your live streams come as soothing balm when the charts start hurting. Cheers, voice of Pi. Hopefully they don't hurt too much. Right? Hopefully you're finding yourself in some good positions. Can I send you a chart picture? Always in Instagram. In Discord, because I don't allow links here because of scammers. Also, by the way, everyone, I have the wedding some wedding pictures you want to see. Only the best ones. We received a few teaser pictures yesterday. So I got married on the 9th of March in South Africa with my now wife, of course. And we received some pictures. So and I promised I would show some pictures. 1 second. Yeah. Where were we? This is where also on the edge, head and shoulders. A head and shoulders can be 3, 4, 5 ABC, yes, but it can also be ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That is when it actually plays out. The Alonso Schumacher area was awesome. I agree. Closed my long from this morning as soon as it broke down the range low. Stick to your plan. Have a plan. Stick to the plan. Enjoy the profits, right, Kevin? Bettina, how are you doing? Welcome. Package is on your is on its way to your house. Yep, down again. It's of course just small movements, but yeah, potential to continue the range. What's up, Davey, Jeremy? What will also when Bitcoin touches 70K? I don't really follow the alts too much, to be honest. If Bitcoin moves up, generally the alts move up as well. one would expect. Don't you think the C wave in your expanding flash now is getting a little too long in time? Yeah, I didn't yet hit the 2, which is my important level. So the 2 is the 25th of May. So the moment price moves up and yeah, you're not finished before the 25th of May, then it's low probabilities. Yeah. How do you make a new group on object tree? I love the object tree. So imagine you have a couple of analysis stuff on the chart, right? What you can do is either, if you have one part of analysis, just click, then click on create a group of drawings, and there you go. Group 1, right mouse click, rename, test. What you can also do is just right click on the brush here, and then create a group of drawings, and then again, rename, test, right? So that is how you can make these groups. And what I personally love to do is have one group per scenario and then rename them so that they're nicely structured in my folders. So it creates a very nice overview. Right? It just, I know exactly what's going on. I know my folders. Yeah. So it's very organized, very, very disciplined. Did wave 3 already end? In that case, this would be your local wave 3, this one here. A wave 3 being a 1, 2, and then a wave 3, unlikely. So the local 1, 2, 3 in this case is likely to have ended. Probably over the weekend. Yeah, I won't be surprised if you get a wave 4 ranging over the weekend, and then on Monday you have the volatility. Yeah. Enjoy your day, Rob. Good luck, good luck. Citrix, how you doing? Welcome. The magic of the 806 to the 618. Yep. Yeah. Possibly another zigzag. For the stop losses. Yes, there is a scenario, yeah, that has potential. Structure of wave 1 or A, and wave 4 within is terrible. And wave 4 compared to 2 is very short. In A, wave 1 or A, and wave 4 within it. Yeah. So, context. This start of the move here is of course very ugly, right? It's a very ugly beginning. 886 touches as well. But with the context that you're in, it's simply the way to count it. You don't have to count this in a lot of detail. And I think that's, and it's something of course I see more often, especially in with gold members. People like to go to too low time frames. Like John here in the chat, he's very experienced. But if you're not as experienced as John, like years of experience, stay on the higher. You don't need to have clarity on every single substructure. The context here is more important, where then your question was, okay, this looks impulsive. Is this a wave C, wave A, or a wave 1? If this is a wave C, because it's difficult to count this as a 3-wave structure, so probabilities are higher for an impulse. I don't need to know all the exact subwave structures in that case, but I do need to identify C, A, or 1. Well, this can only be a wave C and a zigzag or a flat. For a zigzag, I need to see this, but I don't have this move, which means I have to think of a flat, A, B, C. But in that case, your wave C is part of a running flat because it didn't take the high of A, and a running flat is very rare and never preferred unless all of the other stuff fills. And the other stuff is a wave A or a wave 1, meaning probabilities are higher. This is an A or 1, meaning probabilities are higher to see a bounce and a continuation up in a C or a 3. Right? So that is how context will help you move forward instead of zooming in too much, which can be a big rabbit hole for Elliott Wave counters. Waiting for the shipment. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So, cheers, Mondo Tab. I heard they married naked on the beach. Cheers, Hero. Good to hear, Jen. Yeah, it just keeps things structured. It's great to have this very clear overview. I just showed you Skakes a few minutes ago. Literally a few minutes ago. Click on your analysis, right mouse click, and then create a group of drawings, or click on the folder up here. Click on this folder, right, group 1. And then you can rename it by right mouse click. Cheers, guys. Since May 10. Ah, this one here. Yes, this is also an ugly structure. But now locally here, we hit the 886, increasing probabilities. You're still taking this high. So in an impulsive structure, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm also not happy with the beginning. But then again, we come back to, in this case, the context. Now that price has hit the 886 here as well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is your bullish structure. A, B, C is your bearish structure. But then in C, you need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where preferably this wave 4 won't take too long compared to a very, very short and also messy wave 2. The longer this goes, the higher the probability this is another impulse to the upside, even though the start might not be too clear. So my long here, let me explain. So locally, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Damn, 4 is too deep. So I was like, well, it doesn't really look nice, right? A, B, C, move to the downside, and then maybe another A, B, C for a double zigzag. But now we, in the bullish scenario, have to count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though I don't like this being a wave 2, then where is your 4, right? Looks better as an A, B, C. But yeah, that is again, we call it nitpicking, right? Because locally, we're simply looking for price to take the high sooner or later, and then we take it from there. So in a bearish scenario, if this is an A, B, C, W, X, Y, the problem is your X retraced to the 0.7 Fibonacci from the low to the high of W, decreasing the probabilities for a double zigzag to the upside. Besides, in a double zigzag, your Y is very extended as well, right? Because you need a three-wave structure, A, B, you still need a wave C. So lowest probabilities. Wave Y is already above its targets, increasing probabilities for an impulse compared to a three-wave structure. So therefore, I prefer to call this an A instead of a three-wave structure, counting it as an A or a 1, B or a 2, continuation up in a C or a 3. And the long that I had started here. So we came down, still bullish CVD divergences as well. And once price settled and started to move sideways, this move down was not a great impulsive structure. Lots of overlap as well. So that was another reason for me to enter along at this section. I had my stop loss, I don't know exactly, because I'm already out of this position, I think somewhere here. And then I brought it to the upside, and then once we started ranging, that's where I exited. And then, of course, the daily naked point of control, that's where I have a new entry. I mean, we literally spoke about that daily naked point of control so much. Okay, I'll check it out. It is good practice, but it's also, of course, very messy. So if you're very new, I think it's better to stay above 15. Once you get experience, one can go to the lower time frames because a lot happens, so you'll be able to learn very quickly. But it's also very messy, which can also lead to paralysis in a way, I suppose. That is correct, Bettina. Yeah. So my reason to go long, because this looked better as an ABC, right? In the beginning, I agree. My reason to go long was this move down didn't look impulsive. Lots of overlap, right? So I was looking at a corrective structure, and then once price started to go horizontal, that's when I started to join. So it was more based on this than it was based on this. I wasn't yet counting this as a 1 or A at the time, but this move down looked corrective. So that's why we were then looking for continuation above the high, either in a WXY, but X hit 07, right? Or it then has an A, B, C, or a 1, 2, 3, which eventually that's what we're looking for now. How did you get that 64,800? Atas. So I know some people on Exo charts had 63.7, but I use Atas StickSide 50. Templates are in Discord, by the way. So if you go to Discord, you go to the Good to Know channel, then here you go. Atas, and then the templates are in general chat. I linked it. Here they are. So, yeah. That's where I got it from. Yep. Okay. Are you interested to see a sneak peek of the wedding pictures? I got them ready. So I met my wife in 2018 after talking to her for the first time in 2017. And 6 years later, we got married in South Africa. Now my suit is navy blue. On this picture, it looks more like black. And this is my wife. Now you know my wife, at least some of you, because she sometimes appears on live streams as well, and she chats, right? So we got married in South Africa. We hired a complete wine farm there in the area of Cape Town, and that is where we had the wedding. So that is, by the way, me without a cap, which is something you guys don't often see. I know, because I do love my caps. So that is Ashley, right? And me. Other side. The backdrop. We only have teaser pictures, so we only have a handful of pictures. But we got married, so the wine farm that we hired, as a backdrop, it had the mountains, and in front of the wine farm, it had the ocean. It's like amazing. But we don't yet have pictures directed to the ocean, except for one, but it's when the night was falling. There you go. The hairline is pretty bullish. I know, right? I know. Me with the groomsmen. Right, these are brothers, best friends. Ashley. No, I'm showing pictures, babe. Me and the boys and I should actually say, and then Ash with the girls. There you go. These are the pictures that I can show you at the moment. So, yep. Just got married. There you go. What a great day. Oh, wait. I think actually... Oh, no, wait. This picture also backdrop the mountains here. So the pictures that are with the ocean, they still have to come. So we only got a handful of pictures. They call them teaser pics. So they're still on their way. They're working hard to finish a couple of hundred of pictures. And yeah, there you go. Thanks everyone. Yeah, I mean, I promise when I came back from the wedding, people were asking, where's the pictures? Can you show us pictures? So probably I'll show them in a few live streams as not everyone is here, but we had to wait for the pictures, and they were delayed as well. So it took weeks to finish, right? It's usually 6 to 8 weeks. It's now week 9 or 10. So, and we don't have them all. These are only a few teaser ones. So we still got the rest coming, and then I can also show the ocean side. So backdrop was the mountains, the front was the ocean in the distance, and yeah, very, very nice. We had a great time. Kids planned yet? No. A dog, yes, but kids, I mean, they'll come eventually, but not planned. Not yet. First, moving to the south of France. That's on the agenda. Yeah. So yeah. So Yeah, so I currently I have to actually go to a hairdresser, not gonna lie. So my hair now is quite long and it's messy because of the cap, of course. But I'm actually thinking about maybe doing some sort of a French type of what's that? The French cut, but not too short on the sides. So still quite long on the sides, but shorter and a bit longer on the top. Put a bit of wax in because I do have wax at home, and then style the upper part, maybe dropping it a bit. I was thinking about it. Answer the kids' question. You can long at any time. Everyone's beautiful. Where do you find friends like this? Hopefully they will read this comment. Yeah, found them in the Netherlands and one guy in South Africa. Semoga bahagia salula bang. I agree. I don't know the language though, but cheers. Thanks everyone. GT Sleeper, Job Muda. BH Mirovsky, how you doing? What's up? French crop. Yes, I don't know. French style, French crop. Yeah, that one. So a bit shorter on the sides, longer at the top. Put some wax in and have it like a lazy style. Yeah. I do have a style that is a bit curly. Like once my hair starts to get longer, it starts to get a little bit curly. It's not curly, but like we call it slag in the Netherlands, like a little like wave. Everything is waves in my life, even my hair, yo. Yeah, I know, right, John? Yeah, I've no problem with it anyway. I have lots of hair, but yeah, you can see it. A friend of mine in the past, he had a lot of curls, and eventually he went bald. He just cut his hair, which looks amazing on him. He's already had it for years. So we, I mean, it's for us, it's the norm. I mean, seeing him with hair will probably nowadays be weirder than seeing him without hair, really. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not that great with styling my hair, not gonna lie. I always keep things very simple. Yeah. Of course, when you're a kid, you use gel. The worst quality, of course, those big pots with like 1 liter of gel that you use to give, that you use to put money in and then give it as a birthday present. You know, those type of like this type of stuff. This rubbish. Everyone. Come on, if you've been in high school, everyone had this shit, right? Horrible. You bought this to then put money in and give it as a present. You know, if you want to shit around, and that's what you did with those like type of gel. But eventually, of course, I got better gels and better wax. Then for now, actually, a very long period where I don't really use gel or wax. But recently, because my hair starts to get quite long, I like to put a bit of wax in if I have to go for dinner or go somewhere because it's better. Oh, let me move you guys on the screen again, by the way. Liters, yeah, well, I swear, yeah. Those spots. Welcome by with my camper van visiting when you are settled in France. You should. The French Riviera. Where you're based, BH? Are you living in France or with your camper van? You're in the Netherlands? I mean, camper van stuff is very Dutch. I don't remember. I think you once told me. That must be Dutch, right? Camper van. No, it's a very Dutch thing as well. Liquidation level at 67k. Yeah, there is a couple of highs here and liquidity at 67.2k, and then the next resistance is above. Hopefully before the weekend we get a bit of spice. Yeah. Germany. Okay. Germany. Okay, it's neighbors. Camper vans. Are camper vans popular in Germany? Like in the Netherlands, they're very popular. Like, once summer hits, it's time to go on holiday. We call it you have Black Friday with the discounts, but we have another name. Dutchies, help me out here. There's another name that we have for the busiest holiday day in the Netherlands, where everyone goes on the road to travel to the south of France. They go on holiday. It has a name, which of course I forgot. So everyone goes out with their camper vans. Is dat Zwarte Zaterdag? Is it that one? Yes. So 27th of July. Yes, so thank you. The Black Saturdays. Thanks, David. Yeah, so the Black Saturdays, those are the days you don't want to be on the road. CVD, it currently you have a bit of bearish CVD, but 886 touch as well. So bullish CVD is here, which already played out. A bullish CVD here, which hasn't yet played out, but might very soon. We do have some bearish CVD, but we touched the 886. So yeah, it's like sooner or later probabilities are high to take the high. Everyone getting their front hair up. Good old, yeah, man. And then spikes, in the past, like putting the hair up. Everyone has their kuifje, like the front goes up, or spikes everywhere. Like so much gel in your hair that your hair is pretty much a glitter bomb, like shine a light on it and it will reflect. My missus came in and asked me to turn it down 5 minutes ago. Now I can't hear you because she's snoring. Nice. I'm gonna record it. Oh boy, this is gonna be in Discord. Hopefully your missus is not gonna have a look in Discord if you're gonna send this somewhere. Yeah. Also, why are you sitting so close to your missus? Or maybe, wait, of course it's already nighttime. Maybe you're watching on your phone or something. Cheers, Mark. Take care. Take care, right? Hopefully you're good with your teeth. Yeah, true. But he doesn't, I know, in Australia. But, Mark. So Mark actually had to go to the dentist today. Get a tooth pulled out. Hopefully he does well. Main bedroom is attached to the living room. I see. Snoring, man, I can't. It's the worst. Luckily, Ashley doesn't snore. Oh. If someone does, like a repetitive sound like this, I can't. I just can't sleep. I would need like the noise cancelling headphones or something in that case, man. I have no problem sleeping in noisy rooms, like noise or whatever. There's a lot happening, like LAN parties. I used to be a professional gamer in the past, and when I went to certain events, sometimes it was a LAN party. Thousands of people in a room. You sleep pretty much in the same room in the sleeping area. I have no problem sleeping in an area like that. It's just that if there's this one repetitive sound, I can't, man. Like a clock that takes, heating that takes, snoring, like out it goes. Well, the Dutch have the camper trailer. Oh, wait. Camper van, camper trailer. Now, what's the... Yes. Oh, okay. I see. Yes, okay, thanks. I know what you mean now. That is correct. Yes, we got the camper trailer. I was thinking about the same thing there. I get it. We like the motorized ones. Yeah, I think that, I mean, works better. No, you with the camper trailer, it's nice, but it's like, yeah, how to explain? In the past, we had a camper trailer, and we went to the south of France a lot of times. But it's of course quite big. You have to set it up all the time, and yeah. Well. The door is shut, and I can still hear it. She is sick, but still I will show friends. Hopefully she has a good sleep, though. Ion 2. I'm actually not sure if this is literally your first message ever here, but how many trades did you take last month and what were your win rate? Now, I got to be honest, I actually don't really track my Elliott Wave trades like in because I know my Elliott Wave trading, which works very well. And if you are a Diamond member, you will know it works well. But with regards to the other strategy, I can actually show some about it. But last month, we're talking April in that case, that was 11 trades and a 5R. Yeah. Win rate on average, by the way, over the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months is 62% with a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. Total trades 34, RR of 50, and that is the other strat. That's not even Elliott Waves. With Elliott Waves, I actually have more trades and have a higher win rate. So if you go to the setups channel, let me show some of the recent plans that I had and explain some stuff. So I'm gonna open. 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 Okay, I think we're pretty good. Let's go from most recent to latest. So daily naked point of control, looking for a wave 4, 5 towards the upside, still in this position, stop losses break even. Potentially looking for a short in case we see signs of weakness, which at the moment is not the case. We touched the 886 as well, so I'm not interested in a short position, right? With before that, so here I already had it on, right? We were still ranging. I already had it. I was already prepped. Long over here, this is the one I explained earlier in the live stream. Right, this long, we started ranging, bullish CVD divergences, eventually joined the party. Was the potential here for a short after we hit the 618, which I took as a hedge. Stop loss hit, expecting price to move towards the upside. It was a hedge against the long for a potential double zigzag to the downside to move to the lower target box, which eventually we didn't. If price took this small little high here, I was expecting price to continue to the upside, which eventually we did. So that's very nice. Okay, there you go. Some of the plans, this is a very busy slide, but went short here at about 63 point, like 2K or whatever this is over here. Moved towards the downside, right? Closed it once price started ranging. This was the long that I entered. Looking for a potential short over here. This is the short that I took as a hedge, right? Which eventually failed. I didn't take this one because of the impulsivity to the upside, expecting price to continue. Then we had is this the same short as I just explained? Actually, I have no idea, but I took this short here. So we have this, so now we are here. So took this short, looking for a 5-wave structure to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, at least the highs to be taken. And when the moment the highs are taken, that was then a potential entry. Looking for the blue box, didn't really get it. Once price started ranging, closed out. Took a short here at 64. This is, by the way, this is all shared in diamond, right? So all up front. But of course, these here are hindsight picks, but all up front. This one here at 64.7 was a short, took it to the downside. Once price over here took the low, closed that one, entered a short here. Entered the long here for 3, which was a nice one as well. That was over here, looking for price to move towards the upside into resistance. Moved up into resistance. I don't actually know why I have this 5 here. I don't know this one anymore. I also have no idea what I had with 4. I gotta actually check. Why is 4? 1 second. I gotta read myself. Okay. So if we were looking for an A, B, C to the downside, or a wave 1, 2, and a wave 3, then time-wise, this had to be your high, and you had to look for a move towards the downside because time preferably that you don't make another high. So I had the long here, and I also took the short. So they were hedging one another, expecting if the high is going to be taken, I expected a bigger move towards the upside, right? If this high got taken, expecting a bigger move to the upside, right? Long covers the loss of the short and more. Yeah. Risk management. I don't know what the 5 is. Yeah, anyway. And what was this about? So here we had the short. Oh yeah. So if you remember, I took a short here, moving to the downside. And I also had a long running, I don't know exactly. I also had a long running here because it hit the 618 from this high to the low for a potential finished ABC and continuation to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But my short over here, also again covering the long and more with regards to profit. So even though the long is hitting the stop, the short has so much profit, it doesn't matter, right? Risk management. So yeah. And then even if I would go back in history, then I also had a long over here, right, which was very nice. Short here, short there. I've pretty much shown, and I'll take this high and then a long. So this was a long as well. I had a long here, which was stopped. Had a short here, which was stopped. Had a short here, played out. Had a long here, played out. Had a short here that got stopped. Long here, still in that one. There you go. Ta-da. So you do the calculation. What game did you play? Trackmania. I was a professional in Trackmania for 11 years. 2006, that's when I started. 2007 is when I became a pro. 2018 is when I quit. Yep. Cheers, I bet, Jakey. Appreciate it. You have to go to a camping place all the time. With the camper van, you are flexible. Just such as... Yes, yeah, that's true. That's also true. Like, of course, with a camper van or a camper trailer, you can also stop at the side of the road and just stand somewhere. But it's, of course, made for camping, I suppose. I mean, a camper van, I guess, in a way, gives you more flexibility. But everywhere you can park a camper van, I guess you can also park a camper trailer, no? Or I don't know. I never had one. My parents had one back in the day. In a diagonal can be a triangle as wave 2? No. Wave 2 and 4 in a diagonal can only be zigzag family structures. Yep. Makes me think, by the way, that I've been thinking about what I can put in the Koen Setups channel. And instead of specifically saying I take this and I take that, I'm going to say all the stuff I'm interested in. So pretty much what I've just shown is what I'm going to be posting in Koen Setups. Because I've been thinking about how I can put things in there. I got tagged in altcoin TA. 1 second. I think this is a chart that... Okay, here we go. Atlas. That can go. This is the 4-hour time frame on Chainlink. I mean, I don't. This is an altcoin, so I won't look into this. But in detail, zigzag X has to, of course, have a labeling because it ends here, and then wave Y being a triangle. This looks very impulsive to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a triangle, it has to be 3 wave structures, of course. But W, X, Y, A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, I mean, it works, but then I would put your X up here and then have this as a 3-wave A, 3-wave B, C, D, E continuation to the upside. So I would move the X because else it looks like an impulse to the downside in A instead of a 3-wave structure. up eventually. At the moment, probabilities are higher to eventually take these highs here. Yeah, even if you continue ranging, the weekend is coming, so might as well continue. But we've hit the 886 here, increasing probabilities to sooner or later take the high, even if you continue ranging. So looking towards the upside, and then based on the analysis, of course, and how far price goes, we know probabilities. Yep. If you Google, by the way, not too many people will know, but if you Google on Koens Trackmania, you'll find lots of content. So Koens is not actually, it doesn't come from trading. It's already a brand. It's just something I used then for the YouTube channel. But in the gaming and esports industry, it was my nickname since 2008. That's when the brand started. And eventually, once the industry grew and I grew with it, I got certain positions and went into the entrepreneurial life. And then Koens became the name of my company. And now it's the name of a YouTube channel. So it's just Koens Trading. So, yeah. Looks like price is like stagnating. What's taking so long? Pick a direction. Makes me think of the of that GIF where the guy with the stick is poking Bitcoin, like do something. Yeah. It's been a very classic 8862 golden pocket bounce, though. Not gonna lie. 886 to the golden pocket and back to the 886. Magic. Bit of bullish CVD, it seems, on blue. Higher low, lower low. Target this high. Which is that high. Mother. Yeah, some of the gifts are good, eh? Some of the gifts are nice indeed. Yeah. Yesterday we had a moment where we were gifting in general chat because of a member in Discord called Fishy, and he almost got fished on because of scammers, but he's safe. We were sharing a lot of gifts in general chat. Yeah. Elliott license and registration, please. The Sewa 1, Sewa 2, and Sewa 3 CEWA licenses. I don't really see a reason to take these, but Zed Johor, what's up? Alan Kasari, beautiful wedding pictures. Congratulations to you and Ashley. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it. Yeah, we got a lot more coming, but it was a great day. It was a great day. And now I got a ring around my finger. Oh, that's something. I had to get used to it though, because I never wore anything around my wrists or my fingers. I mean, a watch, yes, but not like bands and stuff. So, especially around my fingers, I never wore something around my fingers ever. So it definitely also when then choosing the ring and yeah, it's especially choosing the size. So I like the ring to it should be tight. It shouldn't fall off when you do your daily stuff. But I also like it. I like to have the option to take it off at least. It's definitely tight enough that it doesn't fall off the finger or whatsoever. I can do anything with it. But I like it that I can also take it off. I don't know. It's just that I still got to get used to something, I guess, around the finger. But I pretty much wear it the whole day. Never really take it off. Got used to it pretty quickly, but I still like the option to free my finger if I want to. Give it a little bit of peace. Man, it's taking long. I actually hope that before I go off, we might potentially look for Bitcoin to take the highs if it wants to. In that case, we could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so sorry, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Final push and retrace. So it could be quite quick in that case that you take the high and you're gonna have a quick retracement after. Take the highs, maybe the triple top, and then it depends on the reaction. Of course, wave 5 in the bigger scheme of things definitely has some room here due to wave 3 being quite lengthy. As long as generally wave 5 shouldn't be bigger than wave 3, as wave 3 is most commonly the extended wave structure. Long time ago. Oh shit, for real? As long as you didn't lose it. Yeah, I don't know where my ring is. Cheers, BH. Trading should, I think, be very relaxing. I mean, of course, if you're a scalper, it's probably a lot more dynamic. There's a lot more happening, a lot more to pay attention to, so maybe more stressful. But in a way, trading actually should be pretty boring. And whenever you have a setup, follow the plan and see what happens. You know, make sure the probabilities are in your favor. Have an edge. Have a plan, and yeah. 66.5k now. I mean, that is the highest probability sooner or later. Yeah. Comment gone. Oh damn. Probably a word that YouTube doesn't allow in the comment. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Think about words that scammers may use. Usually those are the ones that are banned. So let's put a little background music on as well. A little bit of the thing, of course, is that I am live on YouTube, so I can't just use any song. I need to use non-copyright songs in that case. But I don't know if there's good non-copyright songs. So let's just go to the non-copyright sounds music playlist and hope for the best. Okay, and we'll see. If it's too loud or not loud enough, just tell me. I'll make sure that it's soft though. Non-copyright playlist. I have no idea what we're gonna listen to. During watching your video, did indeed a little scalp made around $150, which I think is quite okay for the first time. For this time, yeah. You had some nice volatility. as well, which helps. So, you know, $150. There you go. A little bit of scalping, $150 pays for your dinner. Yeah. Mudavada, I was asking if you ever consider trading stocks indices because I recently tried them, thinking they should move the same as Bitcoin. They did not. Oh boy. I never got into trading anything else than Bitcoin, really. So my answer, of course, in that case is no. I never considered this as well because I love the principle less is more. Yeah, in many different ways of life, I suppose, but also in my trading, I like less is more. So I just focus on Bitcoin. It's enough. Yeah. And of course, every new industry or stock or whatever has a bit of a different way of moving, which has to be taken into account. Oh, volume increasing. Let me also do this, by the way. Oh. Okay. Yeah, in the past, a lot more though, a lot thicker. At least in the front. I mean, the back is still like a lot, but and the front, I got enough hair as well, but it's definitely slowing down. I moved my X to the left side now. It's a 3/10. Thankfully, yeah. Cheers, U-Sport. Always a pleasure. You know, remember, Wave A has to be a zigzag family structure. You should look at the 1 hour chart on IQ or something. Makes you dizzy as Elliott Wave trader. Yeah, like sometimes you look at those, and I guess it's also just because I have so much experience in Bitcoin, but you look at those stock charts or other type of charts, and I'm like, how do you even count this? But then, of course, once you start to put some time in it, you'll figure it out quite quickly. But with Bitcoin, of course, I'm updating the chart 3 times a day because of the content, so I'm very up to date with everything around Bitcoin. What next? We'll see. No, this is the moment where the probabilities are almost playing out because we almost took the high, and then we're looking for a wave 5 at the moment. But the easy answer is, if it wants to fly, it wants to fly. Look, if price moves towards the upside and volume is increasing, we just wait for a range to form, and the range will give us all the information we need. So pretty much the question the answer on the question is waiting for a range. What's next? Just waiting for another range. But there's the possibility this is the end of your 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish 5. And then reject, and then over the weekend you're gonna correct. But you don't know if that's gonna happen here or if that's gonna happen here, right? You just gotta wait for a range to form, really. Probabilities were higher for price to move up, and now we took the high, so there you go. Ta-da! After price touched the 886 to the golden pocket, and then back again. Ta-da! John is sarcastic, by the way. This guy. We love ranges over here. Yes, I love ranges because ranges give you all the clarity. Some people hate counting ranges. I love counting ranges because they give you the clarity. Of course, if price is pushing, it's pushing, but you're too late if it's pushing. I don't want to enter when it's already going. I like the ranges because those are the areas that help me the most as a trader. And if a range is not clear, I'm not in. I just stay out and I just wait until things become more clear again, and then I join the party. There's always a next trade. The best trade is always ahead of you. So now we took the high. So the probabilities of the 886 played out, and whatever happens next is we'll see. We don't know. right? We were looking for a wave 5 to the upside. Where is it going to reject? Volume increasing and price moving up, waiting for a range to form. Does it fall back? I mean, yeah, I'm already in a long now, so we'll see. We took the high, so that's one. Next high is 67.2k, and above that you go into 68. There's no volume on the recent pump, not even today. Yeah, we do see volume increasing here, right? So local volume is increasing in that case. However, most of the volume is of course here, but this is also what you want to see, by the way. So if you're looking at an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your wave 3, by far most commonly, has the highest amount of volume. And then you want to create another high on lower volume for a wave 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most volume in 3, make another high, lower volume in a wave 5. It's exactly what you're looking for. What is this music, man? This isn't. I don't have good playlists for streams because I never listen to music. But I put it. I'm not even sure if people hear it. But so managing. There we go. Maybe we find a good song to add to my stream introduction playlist. This one is not bad though. Yeah. Magic indeed. I had counting ranges, but I love to see them develop with divergences. Yeah, they take some time. I don't know how I don't know my volume for you guys. I don't know how loud it has to be for you to hear it, but not be too loud compared to my voice. So you got to give me a bit of help. If this is okay, 0.3 at the moment. The root sandstorm, yeah, but then the VOD of course gets. I can't put the VOD online of the live stream, so I slightly louder. 0.4. Slightly louder. So, but this is I can switch to pop like normal songs, but then of course I can't put the video online. So we were here, head counting ranges, WXY with truncation, Y is triangle. Yeah, WXY is wave Y, doesn't have to go above or below wave W. Reject and correct like a slot. Exactly, Cheese, how you doing, man? Jeremy, what's up? Not really any strong continuation. I mean, arguably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the potential. So it was only 4 and 50 minutes. It's hard, don't we? It's over or not. This wave 4 here, I guess. 64,800. Oh, here. There is the possibility that this is a finished flat, yes. Because now, if wave 4 extends, it's going to be a flat or a bigger WXY. So, and then we just continue ranging. But it will depend on the structures. So the probabilities were highest to take the high. We now took the high. Now we just wait and see. If price comes back in the range, there is the possibility we just continue this range here, either flat or WXY, yes. And if we continue, we continue. Of course, now the highest amount of volume is in the high here. So for an impulse, you preferably see continuation. Else it's higher probability for corrective structures if the volume is in the high. Thanks, John Byron. So it was wave 4, yeah, so of course confirmations will come, but preferably if we are looking for a wave 5, I like to see a wave 5 that is more confident, where you actually close multiple candles. Let's check the target for a wave 5, by the way. It's not even on my chart. If that is the low of your 4. So of course a minimum target is taking the high of your 3, but preferably you're gonna end up here, at least. By the way, I got an email, everyone, that won the cap. The caps are on their way. Probably takes 4 days because they have to come from, I don't know, Norway or something. Cheers, Thiago Santos. Yeah, it's just it's only a slight detail. It's still uncommon for a diagonal wave 3 to be longer than wave 1 in a contracting diagonal. But yeah, still, you know. And of course, with an expanding diagonal, that's a rare structure anyway. But oh wait, I think Thiago, you talk of course about the gold video I made with the diagonals. Yeah, okay. Wait, I was thinking the new rules. But no, pleasure. I like making the new video. The next structure is, I think, zigzag. Yeah, the next ones will be quite quick and short. Zigzag, double zigzag, triple zigzag. Those are the next 3. And then we go into flats, then into triangles, and then the WXY. And then finally 886 and the 618, which are like important tips. But yeah, of course in gold, all the patterns and everything is explained in the live streams, but these are of course quite long. Even though I do multiple patterns in one live stream, it's of course less to the point. So what I do now in gold, which is the Elliott Wave course, which is all my knowledge in Elliott Waves in there, I make short, concise, specific videos per pattern. So that it's everything is in there in a couple of minutes, like pump, like not too much left, right, talking too much detail. It's to the point. We only took the 3 high by 40. Yeah, exactly. I do prefer wave 5s to, like, you know, at least close, like have a solid structure, multiple candles above a 3. Yeah. 3 minutes for wave targets over 5. Yes. The 0.618 from 1 to 3 to 4. The 1 to 1 from 1 to 2. From the start of 1 to the end of 1 to the low of 4. And then the 1.236 to the 1.618 of the end of 3 to the end of 4. And you can use channels as well, but I don't like channels too much. If we go back to the range and stay there all weekend, will this be normal for wave 4 in time? I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, it's closed though. It's closed. Nah. Preferably you would end your 5 before the weekend, or it has to happen during the weekend. But if you continue the range, the 5 pip time is Monday 6 a.m. So officially it's not the weekend anymore, but that would be cutting it for a 4-2 comparison. So preferably you're gonna make it before the end of the weekend. Finish your 5 time wise. What's up, Maurice? How are you doing? Welcome. Crazy Potato, missed the long entry. I'll get it next time. And that's the mindset. You'll get it next time. There's always a next opportunity. And I like the quote that the best trade is still in front of you. You know, it's still gonna come. Koen, do you think this wave up is a B from flat or start of wave 5? I mean, for a wave B, it has to be a 3-wave structure. And the most common flat is an expanding flat, which still has higher targets. You also already have a flat in wave A. It's quite uncommon that you have a flat in an A of a bigger flat. But even your expanding flat B target is higher. So yeah, even in the bearish scenario, preferably you move up still by a little bit. But based on the structure here, I mean, zooming out to a 1-hour time frame starts to look better as an impulse. Correctively, this has to be counted in an A, B, and then some C. But this would be your rejection area. So it would be nice to end the 5 before the weekend, though. BH. If you click on the join button below the stream, you'll get a video where I show everything, and all the prices, all the levels. It's all there in text, but also in the video, because I go through the playlist and I show stuff. So that will give you all the info. But it's 25, and it's a membership. Now, by far, most of the people finish that in a month. So they go through the content, they make their notes and everything, and then they go either silver, diamond, or they quit. And in gold, we regularly also do a live stream. Depends a bit on the questions as well. So I am active there, answering questions throughout the day if there are any questions. Yeah. So it's all my Elliott Wave knowledge packed in there. And now I'm making new short and concise videos per pattern as well. Bitcoin up or down? Well, one thing is for sure, it always goes sideways, or at least to the right. I shouldn't say sideways. It always goes to the right. It doesn't go to the left. But up or down, the probabilities were higher for price to take out this high, so upside. And now that we took the high, we just wait and see what we get now. As long as price is moving up on increasing volume, we wait for a range. So, So yeah. And also feel free to check the analysis earlier in the live stream, where we were looking for price to move to the upside in a wave 5 at the moment from an impulsive perspective. Can you plan Bitcoin long? Bitcoin long from the daily naked point of control. That's my latest one. A new long here for me is not interesting. I wouldn't be looking for longs now. We took the high. I'm gonna be longer in a pump. Yeah, it can continue. You can be profitable, but I mean, risk management wise, it's not my place to be really. So as price moves up, it starts for me to be more interesting to start looking for shorts, because we're aiming for a finished 5-wave impulsive structure. So if price eventually starts ranging sideways, looking for shorts can be quite attractive, but we need to wait for a range first. It's the same type of trade in a way that I took here. Right, price moves down, wait for a range, giving us clarity, giving me clarity, and then look for a move up, which was a long there as well. Yeah. Same here. Right, wait for a range, and I longed once the high here got taken. That was the long to then move up after an impulsive move down. Why? Because of time. This was a time-based long, by the way. Time is very important. Ooh. Preferably, we make wave 5 high, mid-US, then a sharp A wave down 50 tonight as well. Yeah, that would be quite something. Some crazy volatility on the chart just before the weekend, and then start ranging in a wave B during the weekend, and then a C to the downside. I mean, yeah, it's very unlikely a correction is going to be finished by the end of the weekend, but we might be close. Yeah, who knows? Are going to have some retrace or not? If you're looking for an impulse up, then at the moment the highest amount of volume is in the recent move up. So preferably you're looking for a 3, right? 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5 down. But retracements price will show us. Generally, your deep retracement is the wave 2. If it retraces, how low can it get? Depends on the wave you're looking for. If you're looking for a wave 4, those retracements are shallow. So if this is a 3 and then you look for a 4, generally those are shallow retracements. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. But then again, area of interest for longs, right, is here. In my opinion, no financial advice, but we took the high now. Unless it's part of your plan. Breakout trading, I'm never really a big fan of myself. So I had a plan. I executed the plan. The daily naked point of control, we were looking for this. Nicely respected. Yes. Yes. My main confusion is when to use which time frame for any trade setup. How can I do this? I mean, let's go through this in a short bit, right? Like shortly. So, on a weekly time frame, probabilities are higher for the trend to continue, right? Trend probabilities will change if you take 38.5. So, pretty much every time price is ranging, it's a buy opportunity on a weekly time frame, and those are going to be very big swing trades. Then on a daily time frame, right? So your weekly entries might have nothing to do with your daily entries. You're like, oh, we're range. Okay, I'm just DCAing in Bitcoin or whatever. On a daily time frame, right? This move down was a very interesting long opportunity. And again, if it's a daily time frame trade, of course you can keep an eye on the 4 minute, but preferably you keep an eye on the daily. It's a daily trade. On a 4 hour time frame, you see more detail. If you short the high here, right, you just wait for weakness on the 4 hour. If you trade a time frame, then look for signs against or with your trade on that time frame. The moment you get a swing, however, so the moment you're entering a 15-minute long here, and then eventually you go to the 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, you're still in that long, but the probabilities are higher still to move up. This is where a low time entry can become a swing trade. Right, so you're going to go up in the time frames. You enter low, but you eventually move up. I don't know. I don't know if I explain it easily, but make of it what you. So, a trade setup. Like currently, I'm on a 4 hour time frame. I have no idea what's going on here. My entry was based on the 15 minute when I entered the long here, not on the 4 hour. Right, a 4 hour trade was this one for me. So you can have a setup per time frame, because every time frame has an Elliott Wave scenario, right? You have a bullish and a bearish scenario per time frame, or on the daily, on the 4 hour, on the 15 minute. And then if there's a setup on that time frame, it's a trade on that time frame. Like my long here was a 15-minute time frame long, or 1 hour time frame long, not a 4 hour one. This was a 4 hour long, right? The trades that I've shown earlier in this area were 1 hour to 15-minute long and shorts. So if you have an Elliott Wave count on your chart on a 4 hour time frame, you will find 4 hour setups, generally a bit more swingy. If you have an Elliott Wave count on the 15 minutes and you have a setup on the 15 minute, or you have probabilities higher for up or down on the 15-minute time frame, so more locally, then that is going to be your local setup. And if you enter the trade and it goes into your direction and it goes further than maybe expected, it might turn into a bigger time frame trade. But of course, it takes time. So with Elliott Waves, as you see in my videos as well, I have an Elliott Wave count on the monthly, on the weekly, on the daily, on the 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. On each time frame I can trade, because on each time frame I have different scenarios, right? Because they're time frame specific, long and short, and I am able to identify the higher probability for each, which will help me in my trading. I'm more of a day trader, not like monthly, weekly stuff really. But yeah, so if you trade on the 15-minute with a setup that you find based on a 15-minute Elliott Wave count, you're not gonna manage it by looking at the weekly, you know what I mean? You're gonna keep an eye on the local stuff first, and then it may result in a bigger trade. Yeah. Can you yeah, actually the music is distracting me as well, not gonna lie. So for now, we tried it. Where were we? 92 is a popular topic number, might be in a nice spot. 92, a time-based long. Fib time. I was talking about Fibonacci time. So in this range, we move to the downside here with this impulse. And if you take a fib time from the high to the low, then preferably if you are correcting this move to the downside for an A, B, C, or a continuation down, right, for lower prices, 1, 2, 3, then you don't want price to make another high after a 5 or 6 fib time. That is because then this range starts to be very long to correct this structure. So then the probabilities increase. This is a structure that is unrelated to this move down. So this preferably was your high and you move to the downside. But the moment you take this high after your 6 fib time here, comparing this move down with the sideways move, the moment you take this high, probabilities are higher to just fill the whole thing and move to the upside. And that is what I mean with a time-based long. So I longed, right? Price took the high and I then longed because the high was taken, and time-wise the probabilities were higher. You're going to be moving to the upside because this corrective structure is too long to correct for this move down. Based on it's just probabilities, but the probabilities were in my favor the moment that happened. So yeah, we actually just missed out on taking out that high there. Volume is still increasing on the 15 minutes. Finally, we got some action. We were patient, but here we are. Very nice. Can you elaborate a hedge? I might do it a little different. I mean, if you have a very big spot portfolio and you want to hedge, you go into a 1x short with your futures to hedge against your spot in case price goes down. But in my case, with the hedge that I explained earlier, so I was in a long here, but there was the possibility for either a double zigzag or zigzag down, where we hit resistance. I had a target box here, and we moved down, hit the 0.618, taken from this low to the high. So there were probabilities for price to move down. So what I did is, even though I was in a long, already a nice profit, I also then entered a short with the stop loss above. So I was hedging my long with my short in case price moves down. But I knew, based on probabilities, if price takes this high, probabilities are higher to move up. And my long has more than enough profit anyway to cover the short stop loss anyway. So that is the way I then hedged my my long there. What's the date of the alt stream? If you go to the home page, you'll be able to see the stream by scrolling down a little bit. And there's 2 streams here. Good morning, Auras Miller. How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. First time on the live, Dan Athletics. I like the athletic part in your name. I'm a very sport-driven person. Welcome to the live stream. If I can, yeah, so no music. It's also distracting for me in a way. I'm from the Philippines. I'm watching it in my family or with your family, by all means. Raquel Brimont, good to have you here once again. Welcome. Always joining the live streams from the Philippines. Greetings from the Netherlands. Just because I work while I listen to you, it becomes more difficult distracting with music, so probably closing the tab. No worries, no worries, no worries. It was the first time I actually did it. Just a bit of a test. Because for quite a while, there was nothing happening in chat. We were just observing, waiting for price to finally break out, which we did. Maganga Gami, no idea. Oh, that makes sense. If I'm a day trader, I should look at the 5, 15, 1 hour. If you're developing a plan or you want to be a trader, the first step is indeed to identify, do I want to scalp, day trade, or swing trade? And this will depend on the lifestyle that you aim to achieve in the short term, because your long term can be swing trading once you have a lot of capital, of course, or you just enjoy day or scalping more, day trading or scalping. But if you're a day trader, then generally you will be active on the time frames 1 hour, 30, 15. The moment you go below the 15 minute, you start to move into scalping territory. Scalping is 15 and lower, really. One second, I'm just looking. I see my wife's in the garden. The primary probably count is bullish, right? Depends on what time frame. But locally, we were looking for price to move up. I mean, we got that one. So now we see how far it wants to go. On a 4 hour time frame, it's also bullish because both of these scenarios are bullish. And a double 1-2 versus an ABC is yet to be seen. So on a daily time frame, we have a bearish scenario as well. But it will depend on this move to the upside, what will have the highest probability. So on a daily, it's still neutral. 4 hour, it depends on this move up. So what's up, Gerardo? Welcome. Ivan Wong, hi from Hong Kong. Welcome from the Netherlands. Zero, how you doing? My channel 001. I heard you say you are a day trader. Are you a full-time trader or do you have another job? So I actually never really had a job. I've always been an entrepreneur, really, after school, or actually I quit school because of entrepreneurial opportunities. I did have a job as a professional gamer, though, and I worked in the past, went back in the day, 14, 15, 16 years old in the bakery and stuff. But nowadays, yeah, I mean, I think, and this is something that I generally more than once explain on live streams, is I think full-time trader is a bit of a wrong way to put it. A consistently profitable trader is better. Now, what people imply with full-time is, do you make enough money? Yes. That answer is yes. You know, I can confidently answer that question with yes. But I don't want to be stuck to the charts all day. And full-time for me implies a 40-hour work week kind of thing. So what I think is an more interesting choice of words is, are you a consistently profitable trader? Answer is also yes. So my trading provides me with income, but what I prefer is to have a nice lifestyle and be able to do what I want to do outside of trading. Many people want to achieve some sort of freedom with trading, quit their job, provide for their family, travel the world and trade. But why would you then be on the charts 24/7, if you know what I mean, full time? You got to find a plan and a strategy and a way of trading that gives you that freedom to be consistently profitable, but not be behind the charts the whole day. So for me, I achieve it, right? But I also like to do other stuff. I don't have to, but I like to. YouTube, I don't have to do YouTube, but I like to do YouTube because I like to help people and inform people about the magic of Elliott Waves. I'm also a global keynote speaker, which I already am way before I started trading or had the YouTube channel. So I speak at global events and conferences around the world. I used to be a professional gamer in the past, but that's already a while ago, actually. So, yeah. Nowadays, I would say global keynote speaker, trading, YouTube. It's just stuff that I like to do. I very much enjoy, and the moment I wake up, I'm working. I absolutely love it. I mean, for me, it's everything I do is just hobbying. I'm just hobbying, you know. I just pick, I like to do this, I do that. You know? Yeah. I thought wave 5 is 1 extend to wave 1. If wave 3 is explain how you is. If 3. Yes, so there's a couple of ways to identify a wave 5 target area. Doesn't mean wave 5 has to turn around there. The maximum target for wave 5 is, if wave 3 is extended, would be the 1-to-1 of 3, by the way. But most commonly, your target is taking a trend-based fib extension from the low of 1 to the high of 3 to the low of 4 and toggle on the 0.618, which is what you see over here, right? 68.6. Then the 1-to-1 from the low of 1 to the high of 1 to the low of 4, which is over here, which is in the middle. And because it's in the middle, I don't actually want to put it on the chart because it's not really important to me. And then you can take a Fibonacci from the high of 3 to the low of 4, toggle on the 1.236 to the 1.618, which gives you another area. But because the 1.618 is in the middle, you know, I don't really care about it. And your maximum target, if your 3 is the extended wave, you don't actually want wave 5 to extend. So then your maximum, you know, would generally be the 1-to-1 at 70.3K if you really want to go far. So that makes this area of resistance important. What were the 3 points for the triple top you mentioned? Tim, what do you mean with the 3 points for the triple top? You mean this triple top here, 67.2K? Or on a daily time frame? Not too sure. Double 1-2 setup? Yes, that would be the bullish scenario on the 4-hour chart. Cheers, Theo. Cheers. Salad guys, it's insane that you share your experience with us for free and having so much fun doing it. Pleasure, Salad. Yeah, I love it. I also think that, so I love live streams, which I also think has partly to do with my esports background. As a professional esports player in the past, I was always live on Twitch. And, you know, you have hundreds of people watching, sometimes thousands of people watching. And you're engaging. Of course, in that, like when I'm playing, it's not always easy to keep an eye on chat. because it goes so quick. But I love live streams. I've also, by the way, been a television host on TV. I was asked to be a host on television on Fox Sports, which is ESPN nowadays, and I was a host there presenting a esports show, and I had great fun doing that. So I've always had a thing for speaking. From primary school, I was already the one that at primary school, when you have to do a group exercise and then one person has to present it, I was always the one that presented. So that's where I've always been into like the speaking stuff since a young age, I suppose. Then I got onto TV. I've done lots of media stuff. Actually, yesterday I got interviewed for an article on NOS. It was by phone, not on TV, but still. But I've had many interviews on TV and the newspaper and the radio, and also speaking related. Now I'm a global keynote speaker. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. What's up, Andy? Good to have you here. Doing very well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a very good day. Which game? Trackmania. So you'll find lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff by just going and looking for my for my name. 22. Koens, there you go. With that. So yeah, you'll find lots of content on YouTube, articles, media. Not too many pictures actually. Quite surprising. But there's lots of stuff. Where's the next stop now? Well, currently we are at the triple top, so of course there's a bit of liquidity here. No surprise, we are having a little break as price moves up. But if you can clear the highs at 62.7k, the next stop is the area above, which is the blue box here, 68.2 to 69.2k. And the most interesting area in that area of resistance is the weekly naked point of control, really at 69.1k, which is an interesting area. So locally, volume up, price moving up. That is freedom. It is, I suppose, yeah. It is. All in, good luck, Cithrix. I thought this local pullback was a way 4, but it's starting to look like a 2 or 5, not a 4, given the power of this move. Yeah, so far at the moment it's increasing volume. Let's see how far it goes. A 2 or 5. Oh, you mean this one? This one here, John. The pullback 65.8. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, I would agree. So you would then be looking for 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. That currently the highest amount of volume is in your recent move up. That's the reason I put on the 618 on my chart, by the way, because that would be an invalidation for your wave 4. So yes, I agree. Yeah. Cheers, Oksana. Pro and Trackmania, yes. Currently they are deep dipping. Press 1 in the chat if you are watching deep dip content. The people that are watching will know what I'm talking about. What's up, Tangerine? How are you doing? Looking nice indeed. Some volatility. As my knowledge about Elliott Waves, I was predict Bitcoin never bears onto it, but I'm not a pro. My question: how you guess the exact scenario going to happen when you see multiple? So, of course, Elliott Waves, right? You have a level of subjectivity and you have your skill, right? At the beginning, if you're new, your skill is low, meaning your subjectivity is very high. You don't really know what's happening, but you're trying, and you can't really have correct probabilities. The better you become and the more you learn and study and implement, the higher your skill, the lower the subjectivity. Of course, there's always a little bit, but you'll be able to read the rules and the guidelines per scenario, the extensions, the retracements, the targets, the whatever, the volume. You'll be able to use all of this to then make a decision for the probabilities per scenario. So you have your main bearish, your main bullish scenario, and because your skill level is very high, you'll be able to identify the two most probable ones. And then based on how they respect the rules and the guidelines, you'll be able to give a probability higher to A or B, bull or bear, right? So that is how you guess, because guess is another word for probabilities, I suppose. That is how you guess what the best scenario is going to be. It's all probabilities. But your probabilities are going to favor a scenario that's more respecting the rules and looks better compared to another one. But you'll only be able to really identify when a scenario looks better once you know enough Elliott Wave theory, because your subjectivity will go down once your skill goes up. Cheers, Lol and Storm. It's a pleasure. I enjoy it. In your opinion, will 67.5k reject? We'll just wait and see. I just, as price is moving up, I always wait for a range, and if it rejects. But at the moment, we don't know. Yeah, we have resistance here at 67.2, and if we pass this, the next one is 68 for me. So yeah, and at the moment we move up on volume. The reason I got the 618 on my chart is if price does come down and hit the 618, and arguably hits a little bit higher, like 66.6k, the probabilities go down for this to be an impulse and increase for this to be corrective and then a move towards the downside again in this range. That's why the 618 is on the chart. So look, I'm already in a long position. I'm just looking for whatever's going to happen next. Yeah. 66,900 will be our support. 66,900. Yeah, potential support resistance type of flip, I suppose. Don't really know what else we have. Yeah, we have the highs here, so it could be a potential retest. The charts, that is correct. Hello, Ayman Atia. How you doing? Is it possible to have an extended wave 5? Yes. If wave 1 and 3 are quite similar in length, wave 5 has a higher probability to extend, but it remains rare. So it's never a highest probability scenario, but it is something we keep in mind if wave 3 is very shallow compared to 1. What are the best resources to learn Elliott Wave? How much time did it take you to be able to do your own? Well, I've always done my own analysis. So I'm very much, I mean, you wouldn't really say, I suppose, but when I studied Elliott Waves, I'm very much on myself, very much solo. Just like I do my own shit. You know, I don't like to look at other people. And I got in touch with Elliott Waves through a friend of mine in Discord. And that's when I started studying by myself. Of course, I eventually look at some YouTube videos, but before I started to do that, I was first trying to really implement it myself. So how I started is, well, I mean, I can shortcut your process because I wasn't part of a community. I just figured it out myself. So this is website in the description, by the way. If you open the link or the description, and then there's a Elliott Wave education title. This is the second link, I think, in there. Yeah. bit.ly/Elliott Wave detailed. This website is really good. Definitely recommend. Get a notebook out and a pen. Read everything first, then go through it and make notes. Start to implement. And then you can also read or buy the book Elliott Wave Principle from Frost and Prechter. It's a nice to have. It's not a must-have, I suppose. So those would be the resources. Yeah, so check that website. You'll by really learning everything on that website, you'll have 90-95% of everything you need to know. The book is a nice extra. It's a nice to have. How much time? Before I did my own analysis is pretty much immediately, but before I got confident in my Elliott Wave counts, about 1 year and 3/4, 1 year and 3/4 to like 2 years, close to 2 years. I even had a moment in my Elliott Wave career where I quit for 2 months because I got pissed off with Elliott Waves because I just didn't get it. Yo, Cithrix, I'm happy you love ETH, but you don't have to try and force anyone in ETH. Please don't listen to people that are saying this stuff, right? So I'm also going to remove this message because it's absolutely useless, right? You do you, everyone else does something else, right? No one here says get in at, because that's not what we do. Everyone makes their own decisions. Don't listen to people like that. It's more scamming than truth. So another one like that, and you're timed out. I'm very easy, cutthroat. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. So after 2 years, I really got confident. And if you would ask me the question, which I don't see here, but if people ask me what would you do different, then when I started my Elliott Waves journey, the first thing I would do is just put all the templates in TradingView. It will help you so much with your analysis, right? Just put the templates of all the fibs in TradingView, and most of, like, a lot of the targets are in this website as well, or on this website, right? So you'll see a lot here. It's like 95% correct. There's a few little tweaks and things that I've done myself, but it's pretty accurate. So yeah, do that. That will really help you in your analysis. At 0, right from the start. Yeah, or it is, of course, corrective, where you're still in the wave 4. Not to forget, where price is right now is the potential for a flat. So there's the potential here for a flat, which would be the bearish scenario. And in a flat, most commonly, is a zigzag or zigzag family structure. And they do like to end on a high amount of volume. So if price comes down and hits the 618, the probabilities for a flat do go up, or you have a finished 5-wave structure and you correct to lower prices. Yeah, it's all about the reaction now. How much are you in? I guess you're talking about size, but that doesn't help you. So you shouldn't care about how much money I put in. I'm not one of those traders that shows how many millions are into positions, or thousands or hundreds of thousands of whatever. So everyone has their own path, their own budget, and you shouldn't care about the budget of someone else. Tangerine, Sunday is Powell's speech, isn't? Yeah, there is some news on Sunday. What do you think he will say? I have no idea, because I don't follow the news at all. At all. So no, I don't know. So I don't actually really know who Powell is and what he does. I just know that he talks a lot, and when he does, it might create some volatility, and I'm more interested in the volatility usually. So yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. Anything altcoin related would be during altcoin streams. So first Sunday of the month, or any altcoin stream at a different moment. Pleasure, Bilal. How did I get the Koens logo next to my name in chat? Because you're a member. You got gifted if you didn't buy it yourself. How to find a liquidity sweep? I mean, how do you find a liquidity sweep? Generally, you can look at swing failure patterns. So a swing failure pattern, you take the high and then you continue to the downside, right? You grab the liquidity and then you move down. It's more, the trick is more identifying highs and lows to sweep that liquidity, I suppose, which I do based on some Elliott Wave analysis as well. Yeah, so I look for certain highs and lows based on my types of analysis. Some people maybe like to use like heat maps and that sort of stuff as well to find liquidity. Can also work. Cheers, Donovan. And I just took a short wave and have to go again. Let's go. Good job, man. Trade safe. Trade safe. So with others templates free, and how do you add them? You can just add templates here, right? And I can't share them as well. So even if I would like to, I can't because it's TradingView. But you make them by going into the settings, right? Putting in the stuff that you have to put in, check them, right? And then you just go down, okay, see, yeah, and then you click on template, save as, and then you just save it. And then it gets into your list. And you do that for every scenario, and it will significantly improve and speed up your Elliott Wave analysis. Like that is something that really helped me. I unfortunately did it very late. Oh. Oksana, I still can't get 1-to-1. So if we have 1-to-1 like here now in wave 5, how do we really calculate targets? Because it kind of changes the structure. You would need to wait for a wave 4, because if you have a double 1-2 and then you go into 3, you would need to wait for a range that is at least the size of your latest wave 2 to get a better idea of how high it's going to go, because a wave 3 can extend very far. So if this is a wave 3 and you don't actually move down to the 618, you first got to wait for wave 3 to finish, because wave 3 can extend very far. So it can go to the 1.618, to the 2, to the 3, to the 4, even higher. So one just has to wait for the next range to appear. And once you get that range, which is going to be similar in size than your first 2, that is when you can get a better idea of, okay, we have a 4, looking for a 5, another 4, another 5, and then you move down. 1-2-1-2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, done. So you would need to wait for your wave 3 to finish after a double 1-2 to get a better idea of how high the targets are going to be. And of course, if wave 5, right, the probability is high to move up, looking for a 5. If it really extends too far, we're going to change it to a 3 probably, but at the moment that's not yet relevant. The fibs, well, their fibs are, I would say, 95% correct. There's just a few tweaks I've done here and there because of other sources and books and stuff I've read, but I would say that if you would copy everything that's on Elite Currency, you'll be very good, like with your fibs and everything. Yeah. Most of the templates I have are from that website, plus then a few tweaks left, right. You said yeah, so just hit the 105. It already hit the 1. By now, of course, the 1.236. The pocket for a wave beam. A little bit of bearish CVD here, but that already played out. Lower high on price, higher high on the CVD. Currently, there's no new one. As long as you don't break this low here, you do have some bullish CVD. But this is like one minute stuff. You know, I'm not really a big fan of one minute stuff. So yeah. For me, it's like I'm quite easy in a way where price moves up, I'm managing my long. Personally, not TPing, I just move my stop up to invalidation levels, and if it goes, it goes, and if not, then I give back some paper profits, but I still make profit. So yeah, talking about that. There we go. Oh, Bill, cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Also nice to see you've been popping in a couple of times now. He speaks on Sunday. Yeah, Kunz, can you add ETH to your daily updates? Unfortunately, that answer would be no. I trade Bitcoin. I only trade Bitcoin. I don't trade anything else. I'm not really interested in alts, but I analyze alts because of the community. The only way I analyze alts are in the altcoin streams. So Bitcoin is the focus of the channel, and then any alts, which includes ETH, would be in a specific altcoin stream. Now I am considering increasing the amount of altcoin streams because I do know Like, okay, let's have a little look. Press 1 in the chat if you trade altcoins. Let's have a look. Because I'm quite curious if people want more altcoin live stream. So let's say instead of once a month, once per 2 week, or once per week, maybe even. Serial, mate. Okay, I'll check the ones in a second. Quickly. I gotta cheers, Samoa. Tangerine. Like your cheers, luck. Okay. Kunstmaschine pretty bad. How do I fix this? Judgment is a translation for plan. So you don't really have a good plan yet. So the fix would be to develop a plan following 6 steps. Step 1, try as many free tools as you can in TradingView. Step 2, find your favorites and build statistics on them. Step 3 would be to combine some of these favorite tools, build more statistics on the combination. Now you develop a strat. Step 4 is tweaking and adjusting. Add a tool, remove a tool, build more statistics. Step 5 is trading it, and then you trade with confidence. And judgment is emotion usually, and emotion is a very bad indicator in trading. You want to trade preferably based on data. Have a solid plan strategy and take it from there. Also, a good book for you, because judgment is bound to emotion, would be The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. Well, the candles are on the chart, so they're not fake, of course. They're being printed. Right? Maybe if you talk about a fake out, there is the possibility, but then this would be a B and a C down. Looks like you were taunting him. I know. I did look to the left to see how he was doing, but he was sitting all the way on the other side of the stage. You got to realize it was 50 meters wide, so we were like 30 meters apart. But cheers, Tiago. Yeah, you saw that final race. I got third at the World Champs. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Holy moly. Okay, quite a lot of just Bitcoin. Maybe a Band-Aid. What's up, man? How you doing? Do not spam. It's okay. It's Brian. Well, only Bitcoin. Yeah, so on the channel, I will never upload daily updates for altcoins, but what I can do is I can increase the amount of altcoin streams, which is now once a month, because I got so many questions about alts that I, in March or in Feb, started to do an altcoin stream, and people loved it. So then in March I was gone because I got married. So then in April I did another one. Wait, was this April? No, this was 11 days ago, so that was May. I don't know what happened. Oh no, in April I made the decision to do one a month. But I'm not sure if that's enough because of the questions I get about alts. So I'm like, okay, maybe it has to be once per 2 weeks or once a week. And then either Sunday, ideally, or Saturday. Like I can say, okay, every Sunday is altcoin stream day. And if I can't on Sunday, I will do it on Saturday. And if I can't in the weekend for whatever reason, I'll do it another day, but I'll communicate it. So yeah, that's how I'm thinking now, because I'm trying to see what's the best amount of, like how much. You even mine. Wait, you even mine? Oh, there you go, Arturo. I even do mining stocks. Trading shitcoins to stack more bitcoins. I hear that a lot. Yeah, nice to see you on the dark side. Tag Bitcoin. One Bitcoin or alts get how many TVM? I didn't get one Bitcoin. Of course, you can also achieve it by having a very good trade on Bitcoin, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I know what you mean. Also, they can move a bigger percentage. I mean, and most times there's 2 reads for chart bears and bullish, and users follow the low probability read. The low property read. Sorry, bullish is 90%. For more than 7 years. That's a nice period. But yeah, there's always a bullish and bearish scenario, and the analyst has to identify the highest probability for both, and then you have to follow your plan. Yeah. I also leverage Bitcoin only. So yeah, we have the double 1-2 on the charts. See and wait how far this local move up goes. Shitcoins can move in ways Bitcoins no longer can. Yeah, it's the percentage. I mean, yeah, that was at the beginning. While price was ranging here, we already mentioned probabilities are higher to move up. And then depending on how high this move goes, probabilities go up or down for either a double 1-2 on the 4-hour time frame, or an A, B, and finishing a wave C, and then look for a move to the downside. That's pretty much it. So this move up, depending on how far it wants to go, we'll know more. Because we still have a bullish and a bearish scenario, and probabilities at the moment are equal. It just depends on how high this price moves to the upside. And we were looking for price to move up, so yeah, probabilities played out. Once a week. I mean, I like the idea of long-term on the alts. Would like it if people actually choose non-shit coins. Yeah. With the altcoin streams, we do a voting in the beginning, of course, and then the top 5 get picked for an analysis, and then I do the wheel of fortune, and then you do have some shits coming in. Yeah. 2, 3 that are interesting. Yeah. I prefer to let the community vote because I don't know anything about alts. So I make the community vote, top 5 gets analyzed, and then the wheel of fortune comes after. Generally, that's how I now do it. Yeah. And the wheel of fortune gives an opportunity to every altcoin to be picked. Do the alts from the last stream get removed from voting for the next alt stream? At the moment, not, because I do once a month. And of course, a lot can happen in a month. So, but if you do an analysis once a week, of course, 7 days, still a lot, a lot can happen. In the end, it's just community voting, which I think is the fairest way to decide what you're gonna do. So if Ethereum, for example, has been done last time, but it gets voted again, then apparently most people are interested in ETH. So it remains. And besides, if I already did ETH the week before, then the week after the analysis will be very short. So it will just be a look at the chart, 5-10 minutes. This is what, we already did it last time. So this is highest probability, boom, 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 next one. So we'll be a lot quicker. So if the same coins come back each week, the time to analyze those ones will be a lot shorter. It will be reduced. For you as an Elliott Wave educator, showing many charts at different phases and counts can be useful. Yeah, I've actually done this in gold. So in gold, I have a whole playlist, which is called coin coverage. And each week I covered a completely new chart and analyzed it completely. So that is why my playlist here is called coin coverage. There you go. So there's a shitload in here. So, and on all of these, I have some form of analysis, either through coin coverage or through the altcoin streams or individual questions in gold. Sue Hill, once a week. Can we short Bitcoin? I mean, if you follow your plan, you can always short. You can always go long as you follow your plan. So if whatever you see fits your plan, then you can short or long. Right? Make sure to follow the 6 steps I mentioned earlier to develop a plan, first of all. Can you vote alts the day before the stream in order for more people to be able to vote the most? Yeah, and you'll have time to watch. Yeah, I guess you can get more votes in that way as well. That might be an idea. So more people have an opportunity to attend. Yeah, something to keep in mind. Yeah. Cheers, Tangerine. Yeah, and it, I mean, inclusive. It just also tells me what most people like, and then you also serve the biggest audience. But then once the wheel of fortune hits, you also serve the smaller audiences that ask for smaller coins. Yeah. We have a game in Australia called Goon of Fortune, where you remove the wine bag from a really cheap box, pack it to the clothesline, and spin it wherever it lands. Above has to skull for 10 seconds. I have no idea what that means. Peg it to the clothesline and spin it. Whoever it lands above has to skull for... What skull? I'm so clueless. Cancel my Apple TV for cold membership, lol. Yo, Apple, I'm your competitor now. Jeez. Yo, cheers, Jeremy. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, there you go. What has this channel become? Kind of like the shitcoins of fortune. I don't... What's calling? I don't know what's calling. Ripple when fly. Good question. Hi there, M. When I have a question regarding subscription, what's the best way to get in touch? That would be Discord. Yeah, you can DM me on Discord or write a message in the general questions. If you scroll down here, general questions to Koen. What's happening in general? Ah, they're talking about order blocks and stuff. Yeah. Drink continuously. Okay, I see. Drink continuously for 10 seconds. Okay, I see. Oh, wow. Now that's a drinking game. You better play that with a lot of people, else it's going to be a very tough period. Yeah, my friend has this card game, like Bjorn, as he's called. He has a card game where you make a cross with cards. And it's random, just random numbers. You just open a deck and you put 5 on each side of the cross. And then you have to say higher, lower next to a certain card. And if you have to, if you want to put down a card which is in between 2 other cards, you have to say in between or in or out of the 2. Like if it's a 3 and a 10, if it's out, it's 2 or above 10. If it's in, it's between 3 and 10. Like, the moment you're wrong, all the cards in the same row, vertical and horizontal, is one drink. So it can go really quick as well. Copy a key part of the Bogan Olympics. Yeah. What? Bogan Olympics, yo. Like if you drank a whole beer in one go, is sculling a beer. I see. Oh, well. I'm not really a beer drinker myself, but send you an email. I mean, it also works. Email is actually even better, I guess. Email is probably better anyway. I keep an eye on my email the most. I might not always be the quickest in replying. I try to reply in 24 hours, or at least if people become a member or try to get access somewhere, I do it in 24 hours, but I try to reply as much as I can. Pum, pum, pum. Price halting around the triple top. Not surprised though. Koensbogen is the Aussie word for redneck. Okay, I see. Well, what a language is that? The Aussie language. A bogan. Okay, bogan. Gotta remember. On the 1 hour time frame, it looks a bit nicer. Wick and close below. So either somewhere soon for now on this time frame, looking for a 5 to end, or wave B in a flat, but preferably not a flat, because a running flat for a wave A, B, C, a running flat where you don't take the low of A is actually very rare. So for flats, the highest probability would be taking the low. but your main area of support is the daily naked point of control, which we already touched. So, probability-wise, it would be better to end a 5 here or here, and then get it done and over with and get the correction started, really. Probabilities, if we topped here, we got to wait for a range to form. It's way too early to call. If you move down and hit the 618, then the probabilities are high that this is your top, yes, 66.4k. So we do have a bit of a local range coming in here, but it's still very early. So yeah, potentially. Oh, a scammer message. So make sure, and this is it's standard. I have a reason for the legal disclaimer and scammer alert, so it's good you saved yourself there. But anything around scammers, unfortunately, is your own responsibility, because it's an industry problem. So every channel that you'll join, you'll have scammers writing messages, and it's everywhere, and it's a pain in the ass. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. So in the member list, however, right, I check this multiple times a day. I always write Koen, and then I look, okay, I'm the only one here. So there's no scammers in the group. But if you read scammer alert and you actually read this, and then you'll find out how they work. There's also people without my name in the group, and they communicate with scammers, and they then approach you. So just shut off your DMs. Read this, go to legal disclaimer, read this as well, especially 6.7. Don't get scammed, right? Don't get scammed. It's a big industry problem, but save yourself, man. Like, it's good that you didn't fall for it, though. Oh, good point. Thanks, babe. You're gonna have to visit Australia. Yeah. One day. I look forward to it, though. I've never been there. I got close, Indonesia, but not Australia. You're from India. Driving your bike in India. Well, it's crazy how they drive there if you watch the videos and stuff. So what pricing are we watching, and is this move giving any more clarity on the bearish or bullish wave count? No. Currently, the highest probability move in this range was to move to the upside. We got to move up, and now we just have to wait and see how far it goes before you get another range. And depending on how far it goes, the probabilities on a 4-hour time frame will be influenced, as explained in the analysis as well. Caught the daily weekends. Oh, so you actually caught it. That's nice. That's nice. But then maybe you exited. At least you caught it, like on Max C. 6.4, 6.30. Okay, a little bit lower. Here it was 6.4, 600. Still in it. There you go. Stick to the plan. Very nice. Very nice. John, got a question for you by Keith. I don't speak this language. ETH and gold are pumping like a train too. Yeah, market moving up. Still, of course, this week, I think NQ and the S&P making all-time highs. Originally from Nice. Wait. My wife and I are moving to the area, like south of France, area of Nice. Nice, Beausoleil, like that area. So, and you've been living in South Australia for the past. So what was your reason for moving? And also, how did you like Nice? Like, how was it for you? Breakfast at the Normandy pub. Where you been visit Indonesia? Greetings from Bali. I backpacked Indonesia for 5.5 weeks. I started on Java, right? I mean, that's kind of like where you always start. And then eventually Bali, Lombok, and then the Gili Islands. So, and that was my trip. Oh. Another red candle with CVD moving up, which is an in-candle bearish CVD. So we did have some volume coming in. It's not too convincing though. Not yet. But if we're looking for a wave 4, 236 is hit. 382.05 still target. 618, probability is higher to move towards the downside then. Lower end of the range. Greetings from Serbia. Ul. Greetings from the Netherlands. Maybe drive an hour to Sunshine Coast News and go to Hastings Street. Did you watch my bike riding videos? I didn't actually, but I do know, based on your profile picture, you're a biker, and I'm a biker as well. I don't really watch too much content. Like I watch Formula One stuff, Trackmania stuff, and that's pretty much it. Gran Turismo. What is the plan after wave 5? A corrective structure to the downside, either in another wave 2 for a bigger double 1-2, or the end of a wave C. In the most bullish scenario though, you don't want to hit 69.1k, you want to correct down before hitting it, preferably. Nice is amazing, but I love Lyon, my man. Bordeaux, also amazing. The wines, me not convinced. Costa Rica, also nice. City of Scammers. I have no idea, yeah. It's been nice. I mean, I always went there in that area with my parents on holiday. So, yeah, the French Riviera. Nice has been great for me. However, I was living there with my parents as teenagers, so I won't be able to give an accurate adult life experience of the area. Always good to go back for the holidays. Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah. We'll see how people are. People are nice there, and I moved for work-related reasons. I see, yeah. I guess my main Indonesian here. I'm also Indonesian. Yeah, there's definitely some people, like there's quite a lot of viewers from Asia, Asian countries. Kun, I need to go. Tangerine, need to catch a train to Brussels for the weekend. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Yo, cheers, Tangerine. Always a pleasure. I don't know who gifted the sub, either Mark, Jeroen, or B Channel, I believe. One of them. So, yo, cheers. Have a good trip. Have a good trip. Nice is nice in the countryside, yeah. I also like to be outside bigger cities. So we'll see. It's also a big lifestyle choice compared to the Netherlands, like the sun, the mountains, the snow. Right, we really enjoy ocean. So we'll see. We're gonna rent a place for a year. And then after a year, we're going to make the decision if we buy a house there, yes or no. Ace winner, ever since I've been watching your live streams, I've been making bank. No financial advice, but I'm happy to hear it. Good job, Ace winner. Keep educating yourself, get better, have that plan, execute, enjoy the profits after. The voice of Pi. But what is the significance of the point of control? It's just a volume level. So a point of control. So if I select, first of all, this tool is called the fixed range volume profile. And if I select a range, then the most amount of volume is the point of control traded in the area I select with my volume profile. And therefore, because it is a high volume traded area, it's an area of support / resistance. Same with the value area low and the value area high. Now, a daily naked point of control is a point of control of 1 day. So in a 24-hour period, most of the volume in that day was traded at the daily naked point of control. And if the next day opens and the daily naked point of control by the time I wake up is not hit, I add it on my chart. And it's a support resistance area based on volume again. So it's the highest amount of volume traded on that particular day at that price area. So it's a volume level. Antibes is great. Yeah, I've been in Antibes last year with my parents and my wife as well. Been there multiple times, but it's a very nice place. I agree. I like the French Riviera. It's great. I'm just about to go to Monaco for a little project for a couple of days. I've been there a fair few times already. Nice itself doesn't have the best review by locals as far as I know. Yeah, we'll wait and see. But smaller places around and the other side of Monaco are really nice. Yeah, we're also considering Beausoleil, which is just behind Monaco. So avoiding the tourism. It's nice and calm, but you still have ocean views and it's walking distance if you do want to go into the city. But yeah, Nice, I guess with regards to locals and also in the Netherlands, if people would ask me, how's living in Amsterdam, because I used to live in Amsterdam, I would say, fuck no. You know, I'm not living in Amsterdam. not my thing, right? It's too busy, too many cars, noises, people. Of course you have pickpocketing, but you have that in every city. So I think every big city has their neighborhoods that are good or a bit worse, but Amsterdam in general is quite good. But I would say no, man, there's no way. Out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere, Paris. Welcome to the Diamond Squad, man. Yo, coming in hot. Paris, send me an email, koenztrading@outlook.com, and I will get you sorted. But welcome to the team. It's a great group. Make sure to start with the FAQ because there's a lot of information in there. So, welcome. The absolute top step. Out of nowhere. It's quite rare to see the diamonds join their live streams. But welcome, Paris. Happy to have you here. Lots to learn in diamond. And don't forget, you also have gold and silver. So gold is the Elliott Wave course and info, and silver is the updates. But send me a mail also with your YouTube, Discord, and Telegram username, and I will get you sorted. But Amsterdam, I would not recommend. So we live outside of Amsterdam, beautiful area, smallest city, Gouda, it's the cheese city, Gouda, people know it because of the cheese. But it's great. And it's not as crowded and noisy, and it's amazing. It's just not. A lot of nature, lots of water. So also in the south of France, that would be something that would be preferred, is a calmer area, close to the biggest cities, but not in the big city itself. Preferably having an ocean view. And I don't really like to be in the middle of a city, and it's too busy, But I guess every local in bigger cities, there's like, maybe they don't recommend it, or not every local. I mean, many people love Amsterdam, but I don't like to live in Amsterdam. It's too much going on. It's a personal opinion. What time chart is currently open on your screen? What time? It's Central European time zone. Andor, have a nice dinner at Chèvre d'Or. I'll remember that one. Chèvre d'Or. Gold. What's up, Mr. Friends? How you doing? How are you doing? In Diamond, Balaz was sharing some info about a bot. He might be following your footsteps with bots and, I don't know, AI and whatever not. You might want to get in touch with the guy. I'm doing very well, thanks. Hope you're doing good, Mr. Friends. This is Kepelkan Film Festival. Yep, it's going to be a lot of activities there. Better province in the Netherlands, I agree. Amsterdam is noisy. I live in the jungle mountains in Mexico. In the jungle mountains in Mexico. I have no idea Like, of course, I have a perspective, like jungle, mountains in Mexico. Like, I have an idea, but don't really know. How do I get your live chart? Link in the description. Is it on? Yes. So the link of my chart is in the description. If you're a city person, then this more for singles or young ones who really like life. Yeah, city life. Yeah, I prefer to be out of the city, but I want to have the option to go to bigger cities. If you want to shop or nice restaurants, have a night out, like meet people, an airport nearby would be like I do like good travel opportunities. So I do like the airport of Nice nearby, good train connections. I like that stuff because I do like traveling by public transport because I can work. I guess we're all looking for that cottage life. What am I looking for? Weather-wise, I would like a nice improvement though. And just lifestyle. I like outdoors. I love the mountains. I love snowboarding as well. Ocean, nature. It's flat. Bitcoin going sideways. Just trying my name with the logo. Hola, everyone. What's up, GM Monzayak? How you doing? Good to have you here. Coming in. Latest, well, no, not the latest anymore, but gold member. Welcome, man. Good evening. How can we differentiate wave X from wave 1 impulse? Of wave 5. Well, wave X has to be a 3-wave structure, and an impulse is a 5-wave structure. So, and I kind of explained in the analysis what to look for. So in a wave X, you're looking for, oh, by the way, that's not true because the X that we are, it depends on context, but the X that we are looking for here has to be then A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction. And in a wave B, it's an A, B, C, and then a move to the downside, where the bullish scenario is a 1, 2, 1, 2 up. So as explained in the analysis where nothing actually changed, depending on how high this move to the upside goes, probabilities increase for the bearish scenario or increase for the bullish scenario. It really depends on this leg up, which at the moment is stalling a little bit. We have some local bearish CVD divergences here now, lower high on price, higher high on the CVD as well, after taking that liquidity. It's not too impulsive at the moment. So that would be it. Yeah, it's all in there as well. Yeah. So wave X 3-wave structure and wave 1 5-wave structure. From the retracement after that, I mean, eventually, of course, it's volume. So wave X, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in C, correct down, taking the high, probability is higher to move up. A, B, C, you want to hit the wave C target area. If you don't, probability is higher for a double 1, 2. If you do and move down, invalidation is the higher probabilities to move up, unless you get a flat in Y, but depends on the price action. So taking it step by step, but that is how local price action influences the higher time frame probabilities. Maastricht, loved it. Yeah, people are usually very positive about Maastricht. It's a great city. It's very nice. John, go to sleep, man. Osaka city is closed. I'm here now. Highly rated small city. Oksana city is closest. Mexico City, Oksana. I see. Literally the other side of the world. Guys, he's here, right? And I am live streaming from here. Isn't that crazy? What do we read? Capital city and the most important city of the Mexican state, Oaxaca. 265k people live in there. 1500 meters. Looks nice, yo. Looks colorful, huh? Character. Seems like it has a lot of character. Writing a sideways final with BB Adrian and some I did not catch using it. We also work on. Balas in Diamond. It's in in Diamond in the lounge group. If you scroll up just a little bit, Balas 7571 series mining dump truck. That guy. Oh, what a username. Hux airport code. I like to move in Switzerland and visit time to time Dubai because it's one of the best for crypto world. It is for crypto, but I would never live in Dubai. Like the only reason to go there is because of tax, honestly. Like I've been there once. I think it's nice to visit as a tourist, but living there, man, I couldn't. Like it's very much air conditioning living. It's way too high. Way too warm in summer, for me at least. But I do like the city in that it's clean, it's open, it's new. You gotta travel by car or public transport, of course, but things are quite far away from one another. But it's just the temperature. It would be a problem for me. It's too warm. But I do like it. So I will go to Dubai. When will I go to Dubai again? This year is China. I think next year. Next year I'll be in Dubai again. Switzerland is nice. Yeah, I do love the mountains in Switzerland. I mean, when I live in the south of France, Switzerland will be around the corner. Will be nice. 22, 25 every day, nights 15, 18. That's nice. I like cooler nights. Johan Wolf, are you now? Okay, Oksana City. Good surf, excellent diving, clean warm ocean, endless clean empty beaches. Yo, Johan is living the lifestyle, eh? Get me in. So, Johan, did you always, did you move? Wait, you were the one that went from Nice to, Oksana City. Where did you grow up in Mexico or where are you looking for CVDs? AGGR. 1 second. AGGR template in Discord. I'm all about detailed plan on watching a few times each and write notes. You think it's overkill and I should go through them fast just to get going? No, I mean, it's good to make notes. Like everyone studies in a different way. Some people will just first watch everything and then go through it again and make notes. Other people make notes immediately. I would do the same probably and just make notes and then review later or maybe watch it again later. But for me, it really helped to write things down. Which that's the way I like to study. Yeah. So you have your style, and that's good. Is the most time, and I go very. And the next thing I know, I'm lost super. So start your counts at a low or a high. Don't start the counts in the middle of an impulsive structure. So don't start the count here. Start here, right? Don't start it here. Start here. That's at the beginning. It's just easiest. Don't start an impulse here. Start the impulse here. Right? Pick highs and pick lows, and then take it from there. It's the easiest way to get to a count. is in the race indeed. Yo, Tarushi, thank you. Cheers from the Netherlands, all the way from Sri Lanka. Oh, such a global community as well. Also check what the Golden Coast 5-star, small and elegant beach resort town. I live in the mountains above what? Ideal place for snorkeling. First hit. Oh man, when you look at this, I mean, it just invites you. It invites you to go in now. Holy moly! What is this, man? Such a nice scene, and they have this massive boat. Nice, very, very nice. I look forward to more like a more sunny lifestyle in these. If that's what you end up doing, please consider showing us your trades. What did I answer? If that's what you end up doing, please consider. Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen in, of course, the setups channel. But yeah, maybe one day for gold, I guess. But in the setups channel, that is exactly where. Actually, it's already free, but I just have to update it more. So in Discord, it's the koenztrading channel, but I actually have to post the last couple of days of stuff in there, as well as I was thinking about how to better manage the Koen setups channel, but I have an idea for that. So yeah, stuff is coming. So that would just be public. How to trade Elliott Waves. Pakistan, love your TA. Riaz from Pakistan, love your TA. Hope you visit our country one day as a tourist. I hope so. I hope so. There's still so many countries to tick on the bucket list. So also many Pakistan people actually in the Netherlands. Lahore. The temperature is wild. Live 20 km from the coast at 1,300 meters. From California, Austria, come on, but lived all over Europe. Wow. So you came from California, grew up between Austria and California, but lived all over Europe, including Kiev. This is the best place you have found. Building a new location live here. Wow, yeah. Wow, you've seen places, eh? Man, I feel such a noob. I grew up in the Netherlands, lived in the Netherlands. I visited countries and I backpacked countries, but I've never lived somewhere else. That's impressive, Johan. Like, wow. Like for your work, or you just always wanted to try and live somewhere else to explore the world, bro? Particles of time. Watching every Koen's video is the best way to study. I don't know if you trade Bitcoin. I've been following for ages. Particles of time. Cheers, man. Yeah, gotta say, Particles of Time has been here for a long time indeed. Do you do time cycle analysis? I'm not sure if I do time cycles as what you mean, but I do FIB time, which is important for Elliott Waves, yes. I had a scalp open yesterday and price did exactly what I thought it would, but I closed too early trying to deal with the emotions. Emotions, Mental Game of Trading, Jared Tendler. Get the book. The link is in the description, but that's a very good book. Do you have to be a genius to wrap your head around Elliott Waves? Absolutely not. But everyone will have a different learning curve. I'm also not a genius, but I got the hang of Elliott Wave. So some people will learn it relatively quick, others don't. It took me 2 years to feel really comfortable with Elliott Waves. It's a long period. So some people will be able to do it quicker, and hopefully with the learning material. So I learn by myself, but hopefully by helping people, their learning curve is or their learning time is cut at least in half, if not quicker. And with the videos in gold, it's all just clearly explained and very, very clear and concise to the point. That's also with the newer videos now, but also in the live streams, I go through the scenarios one by one. So it's just consuming, writing down, studying, implementing. So yeah. Koens is global, baby. You are all global. I'm just this random guy in the Netherlands. It's raining. A beautiful spring day in the Netherlands. It is raining steel pipes, yo. Venezuela, living in Toronto. Sure, other side of the world as well. Toronto sounds so US, eh? Oksana, I should like there. My name perfectly matches this place. Oksana, yeah, it does, eh? Is Kiev Oksana? Kazakhstan, but I've been to Kiev, of course. Koens, do you share setups all time you enter in diamond? Yes, but not if I enter or not per se. But I mean, it's of course highly likely. But yes, I do share in diamond. I always share setups updates, as I like to call it, where I explain what I'm looking for. So for example, I went over a couple of pictures, but for example, this one, we're looking for the point of control, right? So I had interest, and then I explained. So I write text as well. So I said, still prefer longs. So with this specific one, I said, still prefer longs over shorts when opening new positions. The daily naked point of control is interesting. Might be an opportunity when looking at a wave 4 and then a wave 5 up, right? So that's what I said. And I didn't say I'm in it or not. But of course, you know, I do trade Elliott Waves and I have my plan and trading, but I do share what I'm interested in. Same here as well. I actually said that I did enter. So in diamond, I do more often say like, yo, I entered in here, I entered in there, and how do I manage my position, stop loss up? Like, yes, that's more diamond stuff. It's of course not a signals channel, because I also share my like certain ideas and trades publicly in the Koens Trades channel, which is public for everyone, and the Koens Setups channel is private. You'll see what to do in the Koens Trades channel. But eventually it's free, accessible to everyone. And in the Koens Setups channel, I'll share the same as in Diamond, but not the management of trades. So I'll share what I'm interested in, but I don't share how I manage certain things. Yeah. What is your target before correction C wave? Oh, I guess you're talking about the ABC on the 4 hour, like ABC. For a wave C, you actually still want price to move up. If you're going to correct from this high down, probabilities increase for a double 1-2, which is more bullish. So wave C is all the way up here still. Weekly naked point of control, 69.1. At the moment, oh, we actually wicked this high here. That invalidates the bearish CVD there. Oh no, now you have bearish CVD with the high, lower high, higher high on yellow at least. Bit of a sideways range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential. That's 1 minute stuff, you know. But yeah, currently, I mean, we are at resistance. We are at the highs here, triple top. Right, so first area of resistance, second area of resistance. If price ends here, probabilities are higher for a C and down. If you end before hitting the 1-to-1, probabilities increase for a double 1-2. So yeah. Experience helps for sure. I lived in London for 2 years, Dubai for 6, and Singapore for 4 years. I liked and hated all for different reasons. Figure out the next place right now. London for 2 years, Dubai for 6, Singapore for 4. Yo, so global. Maybe it's gonna be the same for my wife and I, you know. But first we're going to try the south of France. I was a commercial film director, creative director, adventurer. I worked in Dubai a lot. A commercial film director. Holy moly. Are there any films we would need to know that have been directed under your leadership? But that was a slash adventure. Okay, so you worked around the globe, Dubai 2012. Okay, still in the, so 2006 and 2012. It almost sounds like the birth phase of Dubai. I think it launched, what, 1970 or something? Yes, that's correct, Craig. When you pass 67.2k, probabilities increase to move up. The weekly naked point of control then is very interesting. I get bearish on the retest. You don't get bearish on the penetration. You get bearish on the retest. Penetration, retest. Yeah. I could never live in Dubai. Too artificial. I was always out in the desert. Yeah, it's too warm for me though. Yeah. I do like character, and I feel it misses a bit of character. Hi, by the way. I'm a nature boy. I also love nature. Lived in too many cities when I was younger. I'm done with the cities. Yeah, me too. Lived in Amsterdam. I grew up in a village, but living in Amsterdam, I kind of quickly realized the city is not for me. Bybit, CVD, and volume has been a little weird. Binance charts. Yeah, make sure you use what you prefer and what best works for you. I'm a video engineer working worldwide, so I've been to many places. I hate to travel, but I like being at new places. I love seeing new places. Yeah, I've been working some film shoots too. The business changed a lot. Yeah, I can imagine. Andor. Exotic locations. Yeah, of course. Sunshine, ocean, palm trees. I was working out at EOS Hall before the pandemic. I don't know what this is though. I think now price should retest the trend 66,900 to go higher. 66,900. Yeah, so 4-way fours. Where's my fib actually? I think I may have accidentally deleted it, but from the low to the high, your wave 4 target area is here. Right. 618 is an invalidation. Wait. Let's be fancy here with our new... Bearish CVD played out, by the way, because this low got taken here. La Balle. You should check out La Balle, west coast of France. Great for kite surfing and wing foiling. La Balle. What is this, by the way? Oh, yeah. Ooh, a beach. An actual sand beach. Why do I get Eden? Plage de la Baule. Where is this? Let me have a look here. Okay. So it's there. None. Oh, wow. Yo, I'm gonna be living here, eh, mate? Oh, there. I'm probably closer to La Balle now than I will be when I'm there. Yeah, so I'm pretty much in the middle. I think it may be just a little bit closer, but this is the area where we're gonna live. The French Riviera. So, of course, we have Nice, right? Then we have also Beau Soleil, which is the area over here above Monaco, which is interesting. Jean Cap Ferrat areas here. Villefranche-sur-Mer is also an interesting area. It's still quite close to Nice, but just outside of Nice. But yeah, likely this side here, Nice-Monaco area. We haven't found like a place yet. We're still looking around. Probably you might know some older music videos. Commercials are too forgettable. Yeah, probably you might know some old European music videos. Probably the old school music videos back in the day. Fox Kids, yo, in the Netherlands. That was the music channel on TV, MTV as well. Feeling like I accidentally put on Travel Agency Live. I know, right? Like, we did the analysis earlier. Nothing changed because probabilities played out. We're just chatting and Q&A. I love chatting and Q&A, man. We can talk, like, we go everywhere in chatting and Q&A. Like, we talk about anything. It's fun. I do got to stop soon, though. I can start to feel my throat. I've been live for how long now? Oh, almost 3 hours. My drink is already finished for a while now. The FOMO is strong right now. Always wait for your plan. Wait for the plan. The best trade is yet to come. Just missed my sniper short entry. Same comment there, right? Visited Amsterdam, don't really remember it. I guess that means I had a good time. Probably. Yeah, I mean, Amsterdam is a great city to visit. To live, but I guess that's the same for many cities. Like, it's great to visit, but living here, no, you know? Like, Amsterdam is a great city to visit. It's beautiful. There's a lot of things to do, but to live there, no, it's not my cup of tea, not my style. I lived there, but it's just not really for me. I used to go to Cannes Film Festival every year before COVID. Yeah, we might be visiting. Under what country and did you ever hear about radioactive film in Ukraine? That was me. What do you think is going down? I don't actually, but eventually we do expect a retracement either here or from higher, because we are looking for a 5-wave impulse to finish, preferably. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish wave 5, and then we expect a bigger move to the downside. Wave 5 can be finished here already. It is inside the target area for your wave 5, or finish a little bit higher. So preferably before the weekend. So still got quite some CVDs going on locally though, so it might get a bit of a retracement. Grab the liquidity above the highs. The fixed volume profile. You just select an area and you make sure to turn extend right off. Turn this off and then you can do whatever you want with it. Be more accurate. Do you think it will hit 68k today? I mean, you first need to now like go back up. Like currently we are at resistance and we have some bearish CVDs. Price is moving to the downside. Potential for a 5-wave move to have finished. Right, so will we hit 68? If you take this high, then I can imagine you take 68. But because then you pretty much pass the resistance here and you can clear and move up. But for now, at resistance, some bearish CVDs. Gotta go back to work. Yeah, I gotta quit soon. But Jeremy, good luck with your work. Plan B, is it going down? What's your opinion? Possibly. We are eventually looking for a correction, but so the highest amount of volume now is in the recent move towards the upside. So from an impulse perspective, preferably you're looking at this to be a wave 3. And then another 4, 5, 4, 5, because 1, 2, 1, 2. But your volume is also high because you took the liquidity now. So wave 5s, yeah, sometimes they end on high volume. It's not like this is an amazing wave 3. It's not very extended as well. So there is the possibility that your 5-wave move is finished. And then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, end on 5. And yeah. That's why the 618 is on the chart. Hitting that and probabilities increase. This is your 5 or B. But you're going to be looking for price to move lower though. Pleasure, Dogan. Always a pleasure. I have a problem. Is it possible to have another W in? No. Wave W can only be a flat or a zigzag. So those are two ABC structures. And a wave Y can only be a flat, zigzag, or a triangle. And if wave W is a zigzag, wave Y can't be a zigzag. Love Utrecht and Zaandam, Benoit, for the raves, for the parties. Yeah, Utrecht is nice. It's a great city. Also there, I wouldn't like to live in Utrecht, but the surrounding areas. And also, actually, I live close to Utrecht and Amsterdam and The Hague and Rotterdam. Like Gouda is very central. 25 minutes away from Utrecht, from The Hague, from Rotterdam, and 40 from Amsterdam. Would you compound here? No. I'm not interested in any longs here. I'm already in a long from lower, and I have no interest to compound. This is areas for shorts. Anything here is interesting for potential shorts, not longs in my opinion. You look like Jesse Pinkman. No idea what that is. We can have a look though. Oh wait. The Breaking Bad guy. Well, there you go. Maybe it is me. I never heard that one yet. Looks a bit impulsive here. In this case, do you still mainly look at the 618 or a 4, even though it is below the top of a possible wave 1? No. I mean, I can put the invalidation on the top of 1, but I don't want to clutter my chart. So for now, I'll just have the invalidation. But yeah, you would have a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So hit this, and yes, you can use that as well. What's up, Baptista? How you doing? Kelechi, welcome. Good to have you here as well. Breaking Bad, yeah. Sekish or Sekik? Alexander. I can tell you, bruv, keep on grinding every day. One day it's gonna pay off. Yeah, I enjoy what I'm doing. Trading, speaking, YouTube. YouTube is quite a journey though, because everything is new to me. Like Discord groups, the channel, of course, managing community, thumbnails, but it's nice that people help out as well. So and it makes it easy. Like if I need help somewhere, I can write in the community, and there's always someone that knows. So yeah. Johan Wolf, I've studied Elliott Wave to understand, but you are next level. You know so many more guidelines than I ever heard of. Cheers, Johan. I mean, it's there is so much going on in Elliott Waves, right? There's so many rules and guidelines, but yeah, study. Passion for it. But yeah, thanks, Johan. I appreciate it. And also nice that you're into Elliott Waves for such a long time already. It's a fascinating theory, right? I have a BMW. I don't really talk about what I own or not own. I never spoke about cars actually on my channel. At least not about what I own. So I've never mentioned it somewhere. You said it could be a wave 5 or wave 3. How different would they be on the chart? A wave 3 is generally the most impulsive, longest and strongest structure of an impulse. And the highest amount of volume tends to be in a wave 3 instead of a wave 5. Now, it is possible for a wave 5 to have the highest volume when you wick highs or lows, which is the case here. You wick the highs, and of course you grab volume. So once you take the high, you grab the volume of the previous highs, which can explain a high amount of volume in a 5. But generally, commonly, it is wave 3 that has the highest amount of volume. But we are looking for a wave 5 to finish on the 1 hour time frame. All right, so you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5. I mean, this is an area of interest, and this is an area of interest at the moment. And then I just wait. I saw a question just now in the chat. Is my trading stress-free? Yes. Where was it? Alex R. Is your trading completely stress-free? Yes. You know, trading shouldn't be stressful. If it's stressful, then something's wrong. So if it's stressful, you either need to change plans. You need to go from low time frame trading to higher time frame trading. You don't have a plan. You don't have statistics. You haven't worked on your mindset. So if trading is stressful for you, then there's something wrong. You need to find out what that is and then improve it. Yeah. I have a short Bitcoin position. Should I hold or close it? Depends on your plan and strategy. There you go. Depends on your plan, right? I'm not in a position to give financial advice, unfortunately. So if price hits the 618 on the chart, positioned at 66.4k and even a little bit higher, if price hits these highs at 66.5, probabilities do increase for a deeper drop. But it's all probabilities, so you got to manage your own trade. Shorting in bull like longing in bear. Yeah. I always wait for confirmations and probabilities to turn my side. So I expect a bull trap around 70k as soon as we have FOMO in, and then off for liquidity at 52. Yeah, that's the biggest zigzag scenario I have on my chart as well, just in case. Get a strategy. That's right, Craig. Wink, wink. Wink twice if your BMW starts with the letter M. Sekic, it's wave 5. Possibly, yes. How's it going? What's up, Christian? How you doing? I just rewatched one of the gold videos and saw you mention Yunus. He's one. Well, I don't really know Yunus too well, but I got a screenshot shared in the past from... I mean, I don't know him in real life. He's from Belgium, by the way. But I got in touch with him through a mutual friend. And he shared me a screenshot of Yunus back in the day, years ago. And that screenshot is what got me into Elliott Wave theory. And because it was Yunus's, I tried to get in touch eventually. And we shared Elliott Wave ideas in DMs and stuff. It's been a while since I spoke to him, though, gotta say. So, yeah, we had a mutual friend. Okay, everyone, it's been 3 hours. Oh, wow, more. Wow, man, the last time I checked the timer, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes, and now it's 3 hours and 40 minutes. It's time to fly. I gotta go. There is more on the plan. It's already 7 p.m. I mean, not too much change. I'm not sure about making a video update tonight because, I mean, nothing changed on the chart. You know, the analysis has been done in the beginning. The probabilities locally played out, and then we just wait for wave 5, you know, and then a retracement to the downside, really. So, yeah, tomorrow morning will be a new update. It's already 7 p.m. anyway, locally, so it doesn't really make sense to wait 1 hour or 2 hours and upload a new video, really, because the analysis hasn't really changed. So tomorrow morning, I'll definitely post a new update, right? Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, Central European time. And then we have another live stream. So yeah. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We still got 21 more, I know, right? But yo, pleasure. Thanks for all your questions and the nice chat as well. Love to hear all of your experiences and work and travels and where you're from and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for the good convo time for me to continue with some other stuff that I still have to do. But on to the next one. Tomorrow is another day and another live stream. So tomorrow morning, new update. Tonight, probably not, because nothing really changed. And yeah, I'm gonna have some time with my wifey because we married. So cheers everyone. Have a good one. See you at the next one.